take my breath or see fit to leave me breathing upon this rise. Got lots to do, time winding down, hold close to you, can't let go, do what I'm supposed to do. So when you touch down, I'm closer too. This fight I know, not carnal, and you with me while I'm with you. Mistakes I make cloud my thoughts, but by you I always press through. You're sufficient, can't really ask for much more. Pull all your ruach, how could I gather me from your threshing floor? Shalom in the cloud, ooh. Shalom in the cloud, ooh. With my one peace is where I wanna be. Shalom in the cloud, ooh. Shalom in the cloud, ooh. Shalom in the cloud, ooh. With my one peace is where I wanna be. Shalom in the cloud, ooh. Yeah, it's a cold, cold world. Glad I got you as a covering. Winds of doctrine blow to and fro, but I'm anchored with your government. This life I'm in is challenging. Oh, come like you did, balance it. So when you come retrieve me, I gleam like where medallions at. Crown jewel, I'm called to me. When you wanna show off, hope that you're called to me. Not bound by the world, I'm living free. Pull out all white in a safe place for thee. For you fold the rocks like a garment. Please be a garment and show me the way. Can't help but to long for the day that I see your face. Till then, I pray and find me in shalom in the cloud, cool. Shalom in the cloud, cool. With my one peace is where I wanna be. Shalom in the cloud, cool. Shalom in the cloud, cool. Shalom in the cloud, cool. With my one peace is where I wanna be. Shalom in the cloud, cool. Shalom in the cloud, cool. Shalom in the cloud, cool. With my one peace is where I wanna be. Shalom in the cloud, cool. Shalom in the cloud, cool. Shalom in the cloud, cool. With my one peace is where I wanna be. Shalom in the cloud, cool. Salah Yahuwah. Shabbat Shalom.
This song is made for the praise and worship of Yahuwah through his son, Yahushua HaMashiach.
I love you, Benji.
I need you by my side. Make it sun my eyes. Grown to grow.
I'd rather choose yo.
I need you by my side. Make it sun my eyes. Grown to grow.
I'd rather choose yo. Yeah, you gave them out for praising. Let me operate no matter what I'm facing. I've been fighting around the ball, strangulation. Gasping heavy, need rocks, hesitation. I've accounted to myself, said evasion. The realization never been a match for Satan. Been predestinated, still taking dedication. Stagnated in isolation, need you by my side.
I need you by my side.
Hit me watch the time.
Make it sun my eyes.
Liberated ally.
Grown to grow.
I'd rather choose yo.
I need you by my side.
Hit me watch the time.
Make it sun my eyes.
Liberated ally.
Grown to grow.
I'd rather choose yo. I need some hard sayings in the past you spoke. Still I'm not deterred, I'd rather choose yo. You, yeah. It's been some hard sayings in the past you spoke. Still I'm not deterred, I'd rather choose yo. You, yeah. Addition by subtraction. With the multiply, but guess it was distraction. Had dependence on positions, not as vacant. Best I feel it over something transcendent. Your whole created only thing to keep me sane. Shaman, you ain't dreaming, just alleviate the pain. Continue on the path, maintain without the strain. Cause I read you turning out the path that which is lane. Can't help it think.
No concerns are rush are strong. Still, I'd rather choose your yoke, yeah.
Fascinated by some greater things unseen. Impurities, time to put them on the shelf. No, I let you put me through the fire, watch a mail. Make the most out of the handheld. Need your help, heartfelt. Can't complete this mission by myself.
I need you by my side.
Need you watch the time.
Make it sunrise.
Every way to ally.
On the ground.
I'd rather choose your yo.
I need you by my side.
Need you watch the time.
Make it sunrise.
Every way to ally.
On the ground.
I'd rather choose your yo. Some hard sayings in the past you spoke. Still I'm not deterred, I'd rather choose your yo. You, yeah. You, yeah. There's been some hard sayings in the past you spoke. Still I'm not deterred, I'd rather choose your yo. You, yeah. You, yeah.
In my alphabet, there is no more stress. In my alphabet, you can get your rest. In my alphabet, there is no more death. In my alphabet, in my alphabet.
Prestige, rather be battle my seed. I won't make it in the shaman. Yeah, my watch bands keep me straight with a patient hold the beast. Though trouble in the world to away, but ain't no potholes in that gold. While you're laying the treasure, right back power for ascension. Thinking how I put it down, payment on the mention. Kick my feet up, beat the tension. As my burden start the weekend, adversity got me fit. And I'm slizzing off a fiction. Ripping from my phone, who what in my present. Can't imagine how it feel when every you miss the 7. Ain't stressing about it, true. To check my watch is stuck on new day, so I can't know else to do but make shield for you. In my alphabet,
there is no more stress. In my alphabet, you can get your rest. In my alphabet, there is no more death. In my alphabet, in my alphabet, in my alphabet, there is no more stress. In my alphabet, you can get your rest. In my alphabet, there is no more death. In my alphabet, in my alphabet.
The part of Yahuwah, this bazaar where I'm stationed to protect is in the east. Because Satan trying to take it. This over our warfare. Hekatah, I be aiming, got the right to bear arms, so my hands I be raising. To be in Yah's best, I'ma follow what's written. Born of the Abba, against him there's no sedition. When I'm with the Yada, there will be no division. Cause Yahushua will tear down that middle wall of partition. Now I'm resting in the Malkuth. 1 of 12 gates of pearly gate, AC walking through. Know those foundations, magnificence, don't stop. Check the streets of gold, y'all, we walking on Fort Knox.
In my alphabet, there is no more stress. In my alphabet, you can get your rest. In my alphabet, there is no more death. In my alphabet, in my alphabet, in my alphabet, there is no more stress. In my alphabet, you can get your rest. In my alphabet, there is no more death. In my alphabet, in my alphabet.
How you living? Hey, say how you living? I wanna know. How you living? Hey, say how you living? Hey.
Living Kodash, living for Yah. Living Kodash, living for Yah.
Yeah. So how you living?
Living Kodash.
And who you living for?
Living for Yah.
Say how you living?
Living Kodash.
And who you living for?
Living for Yah.
Every year I wake up, I give my palah to Mr. Yahuwah, because he all in all. Through Yahushua, the Ben that gave his life, the Lamb of Allahi, our timely sacrifice. Do we comprehend what has been freely given? I got a question for you, fam. How you living? I'ma give it my all. This is no kidding. Living for Yah, Mr. Kasha, I hit the limit. I was headed to the pit, my Kayi was through. Wild liquor time, but she had moved. Don't deserve it, so I'm giving up my life. Yeah, I'm all once. I don't think twice. What's better than living Kadash? Blend in with the ball like I'm clothed in camouflage. Yahushua from my head to my feet. So when the table's spread, I'ma sit and feast. Mix the cup, Asham on the register. Cause the bar is written on the lives. Now I know how to show how I really feel. Keep them all, that's a ma'ahah.
Living Kodash, living for Yah.
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 Yeah. So how you living?
Living for Yah.
And who you living for?
Living for Yah.
So how you living?
Living for Yah.
And who you living for? Yo, like laundry, y'all know we gotta separate. The balls that cleanse a dabbering will agitate. It's without spot or wrinkle, make no mistake. No dirty nigga gonna be walking through these pearly gates. With the heat of the bar, get the wrinkles out. Clean the press, cause I'm headed to my Abba house. How I long for his breath, this is no doubt. F flavor, Yahudim, we rolling out. Tanakum, whose brother is Elohim. With hills and valley drink, do for Shamayim. The Malakuf gon' be looking like bling bling. With the dye getting lit off the party. Chillin' down by the heart to clear my yim. Plucking party from the Ots, Okayi. For Yahuwah, I gotta share Hasharim. Cause through the bin, I learn how to live clean. With hip and rockin', no doubt, I'm gon' fight. Mark of Yahushua's how his the ball free me. He informed that his burdens are light. Like beating Mike in basketball. Too easy.
Living Kodash.
Hey, hey, hey. So I'm living for Yah, yeah. I'm living for Yah.
Living for Yah.
So how you living?
Living Kodash.
And who you living for?
Living for Yah.
Say how you living?
Living Kodash.
And who you living for?
Living for Yah. You know what it took to save us from sin. Yahuwah, he decided to give his only Ben. So I'm living Kodash, living for Yah, living Kodash for Yah. So I'm living Kodash, I'm living for Yah,
I'm living for Yah,
living Kodash,
living for Yah,
living for Yah.
Yeah. So how you living?
Living Kodash.
And who you living for?
Living for Yah.
Say how you living?
Living Kodash.
And who you living for?
Living Kodash, I'm living for Yah. Living Kodash, I'm living for Yah.
Call it, call it. How is it all in me? Call it. How is it all in me? Call it paper plane. You who run the show that ain't worried about a fumble. First man, think before you run up. Talking about your God, shut your mouth, no comparison. Play with y'all, you been a hearse, change your name to Garrison. No, I gave two witnesses. Judge me by the bar, boss of fall, man, I'm innocent. Know the hate is imminent. Quit searching for a pill in it. Ain't gave your life to y'all yet. Somebody get the red lane. Break stride, yes, y'all turn aside the lane. Where's the fall, lift me up, call it paper plane. The ball flaming hot, man, only if you can handle. Your pastor carry watch it to make a living on scandal. And all they wanna do is make your husband all your wife. Tell her like it drunk and hot and take your money. All they gonna do is burn forever, bring the shovel, bury devil, do it clever and keep your money. Shout out and go your hoodie, one closer if they scatter. But all the troopers students, just circumstance a matter. Oh, you were A+ student, you still gon' get your powder. These rifles so imprudent, but we still gonna make it happen. My loving has displayed, my Yasha been buffet. There is no scarcity, my running can't be swayed. Growing but losing weight, how could I raise the play? You who would constantly gaze, this house to be in the praise. What can I give in exchange? Too valuable to shop, this spirit low. Flying coach, but who was in the cockpit? A fire below spot me to go. Similar to rockets, this way right, waste of life, nigga, that's a shot miss. Under my belt, not just process of being saved. No every situation is building for judgment day. Through in my flesh tank, cause one to elevate. These words on the white page, I'm flying so far planes,
Yeah, I used to get my high from clubbing, from drinking, from smoking, fornication, masturbation, all these unclean acts. But I made a change. And these days I get my high, come to the bar, from the tour of the Most High Yahuwah, through his being, Yahushua HaMashiach.
Till I catch you. Hi. Yeah. Ooh, la. It's been a long time coming.
coming, still running. Hunting after this game, real cunning. He be lying, let me go all the same. Drew me out like an artist, call me to him by name. I only got myself to offer, but he offers all the gain. On the altar he was slain, gutted out and drained. Wrapped and stored in the pit, bullheaded, he ain't staying to fight the law of death. Did what no other East could claim. Did his job with character, the boss gave him a raise. That's the olive best, all express. You ought to be amazing, not an olive branch. We call him this, for in him there is shade. I have as strong as death. He come the best, to slave from out the graves and snatch the collars in. Unlock us from my dungeons, breaking chains. In my rage, I'm taking aim. If by any means I obtain the rank that appertains perfection, any lesson that's strange, that's gonna make me estranged, make me take on his rage, get me stricken with the sickness that's gonna make me inflamed, make me stay in his flames. If he set me ablaze, if he's smarter, just the aura and just do what he says. I gotta get it, apprehend of everything that apprehended me. Oh, hurry, the shock and stay on my and don't pretend to be. It's getting closer, every human approaches before the tour he was chosen. The one that Messiah spoke of, the Washer Sabala Russia. He's the one we put our hope in. Soak us with Dabarim as if I even just like roaches. Stop out the competition, I mentioned Kabul is missing opposition to what's written, ain't living is non-existent. And I'm convinced you stay behind him till my end of days, cause he came to shed his dime, so it ain't in vain. For this cause, he has caused us to rise up, to bring the fall under all that despise us. To shift the tide, we're aligned at the highest. And switch the mindset from losses to triumph. Yo, we should riot on these haters, yo. Yo, we should riot on these haters, yo. Yo, we could riot on these haters, yo. Hey, let's go riot on these haters, riot. Boy, yo, we should riot. Come on, we gonna shake the foundation of the nations. Break away from every way that they tamed us. Make this place where they haters be their wastelands. What you expect, we all are here, that's how he made us. Yo, we should riot on these haters, yo. Yo, we should riot on these haters, yo. Yo, we could riot on these haters, yo. And let's go riot on these haters, riot. Come on! Riot!
Marvelous Jackson.
Hey, come on, get them up. Hands are raised. Don't say it right now. Keep your hands raised. Get your hands up. Keep your hands up raised. Put your hands up. Keep your who will break. Yahoo team want to get them up. Keep your hands up raised. If you know you who will do, then just give them all a break. Now put your hands up. Keep your hands up raised. Now put your hands up. Keep your who will break. I've been down a lot of years with your hootie click, but time doesn't excuse me from what my duty is. I stay grinding, stay focused, stay minded. I ain't joking, I'm finding what's in your mouth of your who is. And I love it, I a hobby, yes it's changing me. Didn't see a vision, no cause so nobody came to me. Just was sick and tired of my life, was living dangerously. Now his word is plain to me, yes it made a man of me. Look what I became to be, I'm walking the right. This is years of consistency, it wasn't overnight. Had a lot of bumps and bruises, stairs I falling down flights. But Yahusha heal my wounds and I am grateful for life. I am grateful for life. Kaidas in this bazaar. So as long as I live, I will give to halal. To Yahuwah through his being Yahusha HaMashiach, the Abba and Shamash. If you feel me, reach for the stars. Yahudim, won't you get them up? Keep your hands raised. If you know Yahuwah do, then just give them all a praise. Now put your hands up. Keep your hands raised. Now put your hands up. Give Yahuwah praise. If you know Yahuwah do, put them up. You have clothes, you have food, get them up. If you know he's a provider, he's the truth and not a liar. Need him to lead and to guide you, get them up. Round two, let's go again, getting it in the booth. like it's harvest time. The years and you know how we do. It's required to appear at least thrice in a year. Out of town, and if you're near, it's time we show up and prove. This just ain't lip service, gotta put in work every day. I'm monotonous in your stance, it ain't just about what you say. Hey, gotta give up praises to my ruler and maker, to Yahuwah creator. My lifestyle and behavior must plus line up with the pages. That's what's written in Qatar. No small talk, this is major. It's about my nafaj. Keep it real, keep it trill, keep it about 100 stats. If your hand is to the plow and you don't plan on looking back, y'all more to get them more. Give your hands a raise. If you know Yahuwah too, then just give them all a praise. Now put your hands up, hands up. Give your hands a raise. Now put your hands up, hands up. Give Yahuwah praise. Yahuwah want to get them more. Give your hands a raise. If you know Yahuwah too, then just give them all a praise. Now put your hands up, hands up. Give your hands a raise. Now put your hands up, hands up. Give Yahuwah praise. Get them more. It's a raise. Yahuwah, Yahusha, honor to my Husha, the one who holds my life, my hope, and my future. I render all the praise and the glory that's due to you. You should too, if you knew what he do to you. Let's go! Hey, this beat is so sick, I'm feeling queasy, man. Big Lee and be breezy, man. We may live and look easy, man. To Yahuwah we cleaving, man. Y'all for sure deceiving, man. So keep your doctrine and living, cause in a minute we be leaving, man. We bout that clean like y'all was living real sleazy like. So keep your sleazy life, we gon' serve y'all and keep it tight. Big Lee, what you need in life? Breezy, I need that freedom life. I ain't got no more appetite for sin because my diet is even right. So if you leave at night, best believe ain't no creep at night. I had to leave that life. Why? He's coming as a thief at night. Y'all best believe that's right. And Chris, ain't that what he be like? I'm looking to my Husha, it's crucial. I need to see it. Yahuwah, Yahusha, honor to my Husha, the one who holds my life, my hope, and my future. I render all the praise and the glory that's due to you. You should too, if you knew what he do to you. Yahuwah, Yahusha, honor to my Husha, the one who holds my life, my hope, and my future. I render all the praise and the glory that's due to you. You should too, if you knew what he do to you. Yahuwah, Yahusha, there's only one Husha. Christians claiming three, but he's a wonderful Husha. Better hold your peace before you stun on my Husha. If your God is Jesus, he ain't none of my Husha. I'm only here for one thing, that's to honor my Husha. Now one of these guys got none on my Husha. What you do? Push my shoulders off, I know I'm something my Husha. So keep your talking short or get done in by my Husha. Yahoo, hit the back and stop fronting on my Husha. Yahoo, hit this back and keep honoring my Husha. Yahoo, he holds my life, my hope, and my future. I don't reside in LA, I'm living die for my Husha. Yahuwah, Yahusha, honor to my Husha, the one who holds my life, my hope, and my future. I render all the praise and the glory that's due to you. You should too, if you knew what he do to Yahuwah, Yahusha, honor to my Husha, the one who holds my life, my hope, and my future. I render all the praise and the glory that's due to you. You should too, if you knew what he do to you. Hold on, wait a minute. Y'all thought we was finished. True Yahudi rockin', period. End of that sentence. Now Big Lee pitched it to me like an option pass. Tryna run this race as a Christian, then you dead last. Or you dead in hell, whichever you prefer. I got a team full of warriors like I'm Steve Kerr. Why I go so hard? My Husha allow me to. You don't understand me cause you don't speak my language. You who are the chief cornerstone covering our angles. Me and Lee on the same track, that's pretty dangerous. Honor to my Husha, we make it look easy, but you really here. First another hit from Big Lee. Yahuwah, Yahusha, honor to my Husha, the one who holds my life, my hope, and my future. I render all the praise and the glory that's due to you. You should too, if you knew what he do to Yahuwah, Yahusha. Honor to my Husha, the one who holds my life, my hope, and my future. I render all the praise and the glory that's due to you. You should too, if you knew what he do to you. Hey,
hey, hey, my soup bread. Hey, hey, my soup bread. Hey. Hey, my suit, hey, hey.
Y'all got the heat on. Y'all got the heat on.
My suit, hey, it's hot, it's hot, it's hot. 1, 2, 3, let's go.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared.
If your hood been good, you then wave your hands.
Wave your hands.
Step back and go on and do your dance.
Do your dance.
It's a good dance party and the devil can't stop me. Don't worry about them, just do your dance. Dance, 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 dance.
Hey, dance, dance.
Don't worry about them, just do your dance.
Hey, do your dance, do your dance, do your dance.
Dance,
Do your dance, do your dance.
Don't worry about them, just do your dance. Yo, D-Mall set to go. Tick, tick, boom, with the next to blow. Hey, I can lose count for all the things that I'm grateful for. Right now, I wanna see you move. Go ahead and give y'all this groove. I put my hands up on my hip. I dip, you dip, we dip. Grateful, so grateful. Thankful, I'm thankful. All praises to him. Watch it when I move. Your girls gon' sweat them out. You love y'all, let it out. And let's get wild. We gotta praise like it's going out of style. You gotta let them know that your who run the show. I can feel it in my bones. Watch me get down on the floor. When I do my dance some more. When I do my dance some more. Watch me get down on the floor. When I do my dance some more. Hey. Ain't nobody like him.
Nobody like him.
All the things y'all does, I like it. If you love y'all, then prove it. When this beat back up, I wanna see you moving. Don't be scared.
Don't be scared.
If your hood been good to you, then wave your hands.
Wave your hands.
Step back and go on and do your dance.
Do your dance.
It's a good dance party, and the devil can't stop me. Don't worry about them, just do your dance. Dance, 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 dance.
Hey,
Dance,
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 dance.
dance. Don't worry about them, just do your dance. Hey, dance,
do your,
dance,
do your,
dance,
do your dance. Hey, hey,
don't worry about them, just do
Get it,
your
Tuesday.
dance. Gonna bust the move.
Bust the move.
Praise y'all to this cold dash groove.
Cold dash groove.
Even when you ain't in the room.
So juicy.
Step back and tell them sinners give me room. If you love y'all, make some noise. Don't let them take your joy. If you love y'all, bust the move. Don't let them take your joy. If you love y'all, make some noise. Don't let them take your joy. Thank you for one more chance. You mind if I do my dance? Your dance, your dance, oh, your dance, your dance, your dance, oh, your dance, your dance, your dance, oh, your dance.
Hey, my suit. Hey, hey, my suit. Hey, 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 my suit. Hey, 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 my suit. Hey, 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 my suit. Hey.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared.
You moving good, moving where your hands.
Wave your hands.
Step back, do your dance.
Do your dance.
Don't worry about it. Do your dance. Don't worry about it. Do your Team all set to go. Tick, tick, boom, with the next to blow. I can lose count for all the things that I'm grateful for. Right now, I wanna see you move. Go ahead and give y'all this groove. I put my hands up on my hip. I dip, you dip, we dip. Grateful, so thankful, thankful. I praise, all praises to him. Watch it when I move. Your goals gon' sweat about. If you hop, y'all let it out. And let's get wild. We gotta play like a go with body style. You gotta let them know that you're who run the show. I can feel it in my bones. Watch me get down on the floor. Then I do my dance some more. When I get down on the floor. When I do my dance some more. When I get down on the floor. Hey, don't be scared. If you been good, you then wave your hands. Step back and go on and do your dance. It's a good dance party and the devil can't stop me. Don't worry about them, they do your dance, 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 dance. Don't worry about them, they do your dance, 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 dance. Don't worry about them, they do your. If you
love y'all, make some noise. Don't let them take your toy. If you love y'all, bust a move. Don't let them take your toy. If you love y'all, make some noise. Don't let them take your joy. Thank you for one more chance. Do you mind if I do my dance? Don't be scared. If you been good, you then wave your hands. Step back and go on and do your dance. It's a good dance party in the devil can't stop me. Don't worry about them. Then do your dance, 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 dance. Don't worry about them. Then do your dance, 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 dance. Don't worry about it, do your Yahoo team all set to go. Tick, tick, boom with the neck to blow. Hey, I can lose count for all the things that I'm grateful for. Right now, I want to see you move. Go ahead and give y'all this groove. I put my hands up on my hip. You did, we did, we did. Grateful, so grateful, thankful, I thank him. All praises to him. Watch you when I move. Your clothes gon' sweat them out. If you hop, y'all let it out. And let's get wild. We gotta pray like it's going out of style. You gotta let it know that your hood run the show. I can feel it in my bones. Watch me get down on the floor and do my dancing flow. Watch me do my dancing flow. When I get down on the floor, when I do my dancing flow. Don't be scared. If your hood been good to you, then wave your hands. Step back and go on and do your dance. It's a good dance party, and the devil can't stop me. Don't worry about them, they do your dance, 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 dance. Don't worry about them, they do your dance, 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 dance. Y'all team gonna bust the groove. Praise y'all to this cold ass groove. Even when you ain't in the mood. Step back and tell them sinners give me room. You love y'all, make some noise. Don't let them take your joy. You love y'all, bust the move. Don't let them take your joy. You love y'all, make some noise. Don't let them take your joy. You love y'all, bust the move. Don't let them take your joy. You love y'all, make some noise. Don't let them take your joy. You love y'all, bust the move. Don't let them take your joy. You love y'all, make some noise. Don't let them take your joy. Thank you for one more chance. Do you mind if I do my dance? Don't be scared. If your hood ain't good, you then wave your hands. Step back and go on and do your dance. It's a good dance party, and the devil can't stop me. Don't worry about them, just do your dance, 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 dance. Don't worry about them, just do your dance, 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 dance. Don't worry about them, just do. Y'all team all set to go. Tick, tick, boom with the next to blow. Hey, I can lose count for all the things that I'm grateful for. Right now, I wanna see you move. Go ahead and give y'all this groove. I put my hands up on my hip, we did. Thankful, so thankful, grateful, I'm grateful. All praises to him. Watch it when I move. Your clothes, we gon' sweat them out. You hop, y'all let it out. And let's get wild, we gotta pray like it's going out of style. You gotta let them know that your hood run the show. I can feel it in my bones. Watch me get down on the floor. Then I do my dancing flow. When I do my dancing flow. Watch me get down on the floor. When I do my dancing flow. Hey, don't be scared. If your hood ain't good to you, then wave your hands. Step back and go on and do your dance. It's a good dance party, and the devil can't stop me. Don't worry about him, just do your dance, 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 dance. Don't worry about him, just do your dance, 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 dance. Don't worry about him, just do your dance. Don't be scared. If your hood ain't good to you, then wave your hands. Step back and go on and do your dance. It's a good dance party, and the devil can't stop me. Don't worry about them, just do your. If you hop, y'all make some noise. Don't let them take your toy. If you love y'all, bust the move. Don't let them take your joy. If you love y'all, make some noise. Don't let them take your joy. If you love y'all, bust the move. Don't let them take your joy. If you love y'all, make some noise. Don't let them take your joy. If you love y'all, bust the move. Don't let them take your joy. If you love y'all, make some noise. Don't let them take your joy. Thank you for one more chance. Do you mind if I do my dance? Your dance, your dance, oh, your dance, your dance, your dance, oh, your dance, your dance, your dance, oh, your dance. Masoud, hey, 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 Masoud, hey, 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 Masoud, hey, 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 Masoud, hey, 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 Masoud, hey. If you love y'all, make some noise. Don't let them take your joy. If you love y'all, bust the move. Don't let them take your joy. If you love y'all, make some noise. Don't let them take your joy. Thank you for one more chance. Do you mind if I do my dance? Oh, your dance, your dance, your dance. Oh, your dance, your dance, your dance. Oh, your dance.
Yeah. Woo. It was going, didn't it? Reason went a long time. I guess that's what happens when you come late and you get to get up in that long. He had a lot of energy to get out, didn't he? Reason ain't been up there in a while. Everybody all right? All right, two to see everybody. Isn't that right? Appreciate Mr. Yahuwah. We'll get ready. They get a chance here to sound the Kato Sarah. So we can get this party started. See which direction Mr. Yahuwah have us going. Man, look at Yoshi Poo. Yoshi I told her, I said, I wonder was Stephen coming today or something. Isn't that right? Is Stephen supposed to be coming, Yoshi? I'm going to get ready to let them sound the Kato Sarah. Those that are able to stand, please, at home, here, wherever you might be. Mr. Aiden. I said, Candace say Yoshi Poo. All right, everybody all right? Two to be here. One more again. By the Connor Yahuwah. Appreciate those watching in, support, likes, subscribe, everything else we get. We certainly appreciate that. Appreciate all Mr. Yahuwah do give us an opportunity to come back to be able to consider Uncle Ted, Definal, Palau. Miss him. We had the opportunity to go see him last night and just kind of be there to encourage him, keep him lifted up. Always there, that's always our goal, to be there to help, encourage, and support. Isn't that right? However that might work. We just do what we do. Hey, would you ever be ashamed of yourself? I cannot believe he tried to tell Uncle Ted he was in the hospital because he got rid of him as a spade player. What did that have to do with that man? I was like, that man is so selfish. That done you a strong woman. I was so proud of her and enjoying when he won them all them awards. I look at that woman that got him on the right path, doing that great, man. Why she coexist with a chimp. I appreciate that. People don't know that's a hard job, you know. People don't know your struggle, do they? They don't know her fight, but we appreciate it. Appreciate everybody, though. Appreciate all our young people, too, graduating, get all these honors and all the good things they did. We appreciate y'all. They did well. And boy, I tell y'all, boy, y'all sure had me worried with you. Ain't that right? We were gonna scratch our name up these boards and paperwork, y'all wouldn't have made it. Ain't that right? Make it look like y'all failed and went him. We with you as long as you pass them. Y'all remember that. We true with this thing, ain't that right? Try to come, there's my synagogue black. We never seen him before in our life. No, that's good. I know y'all glad to get that summer break, right? Good, time to get back to work. Believe it or not, though, it's the truth, dog. Let me tell y'all something, especially when you're dealing with our kids. I know when we had some when I was coming along, what a lot of people don't look at, how critical it is. This is what happens when school year starts a lot of time. When kids come back, you'll spend your first 3 months doing review. You've lost time. What is it, 18 weeks, I think you get semester? It's an 18 week. So when you spend 3 months reviewing, I lost time. Now we get ready to start trying to get you to the core of what you're doing. You getting ready to come up on exams. And we're going to get ready to move along at that point. And the problem is, I should have been, when I got you, I should have been moving you from this point. Would you agree with that? Instead, hold on. Come on, get a check. Not this one, right? Not you, Rod. You innocent. That Rod knew he was innocent, didn't you, Rod? You knew who it went to. Rod, see, look at that. Let me need that check. Yeah. No, Yes, you, man. I know him. Get that check. I know that. You do a good job with your check. Give your husband one, too. I know he's taking advantage of you. Yeah, so, but in all reality, we have to look at that, especially for our kids. Our kids weren't taught the importance of staying on task. We'll play, we'll mess around, we look for people to give us stuff, and it's bad parenting because parents don't realize how critical it is. I mean, school is really critical. And when we find it out is when we out. Right. Once you get to 12 and you get out here and you start looking at paperwork and all the things you got to do, you realize, I'm very unprepared. You might have successfully completed 12 years of going, but you are very unprepared. With Caucasian kids, they're not just going to do, it's not just along with the education system, it's the fact that you don't know how to coexist out here as far as, how to make certain moves. A lot of our kids won't even know how to write a check, open a bank account. These are critical things you have to do as an adult. Like I got grown people here, they don't even have checks. I know you're proud of yourself. I don't think nothing of it. I think it's just piss poor. Because I had to do business at some. I had to write checks. I can do a ledger. I can keep up and balance. It's certain things they taught us in school you needed to know besides like everybody look at my phone got it. I can't trust my phone. I usually keep up with a ledger of my stuff. I ledger, keep up with what's where. I know what's in all my accounts. I know what's going on. I know I probably got about 10 accounts. I know what everything doing. And I'm on there behind if it ain't. I'll make a call in a minute, let them know, whoa, let's talk. I know what's in my account. I know what I've done. I look, I want to know where this charge come from. Right? In the bit, then I hear myself, what I want to know about that. Snap a picture. What is this? I don't know. You need to find out what it is. Because I got a mental of what's in every one of my accounts. And I need to know. When I look at them numbers, I know, okay, we're in that region. But they need to learn certain things, how to make certain things. Investments. A lot of us, we was in high school. How many knew about investing? One, nobody even taught us about that. Nobody set us up for a future. With them, they get set up with a future. They don't just have people come in, they'll take them to places. They really make sure they're more well-rounded. You know what I'm saying? Even with, you look at a predominantly Caucasian school lunch and our lunches, there's gonna be more nutrition. They learn that food is fuel. People eat first, man, I'm so sleepy. You shouldn't have ate that. Food shouldn't be putting you to sleep. It is. It's just stuff nobody taught us. You felt like that was a good meal. When you rub your stomach, you got to open your pants up in your shirt and lay back. Come on, let's be honest. That's a great meal. That's how good, and that's dangerous because you're finna go to sleep, which means your metabolism is gonna slow down, which means your heart rate slow down, which means you're susceptible to contain, hold weight, gain weight, and they become more detrimental. When you sleep, everything in your body, it slows down. It can't stop. So you have to learn different things that kind of balance you and set you, in different perspectives. There's just a lot of stuff we don't know. With our kids, you have to cover a wide range of things so there'll be where you can put them, when you look at with Caucasians, you can put them almost on any subject level. It can be politics. They'll know something about it. They'll train them to know something. With us, you fall into it because Maybe somebody had a conversation, you just heard them, you don't really have a real opinion, or you draw an opinion from other people versus, let me just lay down all the perspectives. Let me tell you what all the perspectives are, so then you make a choice to see what best fits you. We talked about that when it comes to insurance. A lot of y'all didn't know the difference between HMO and PP until I taught you. Then, I mean, it ain't embarrassing to you. It's not insulting. It's just, they don't tell us. They just tell you what you taught. You go to the store, they got a loaf of bread for $1.99. They got a bread for 99. Common sense, which one you grab? Versus, if I can give you the same amount of slices for 99 cents versus, I need to figure out what's the difference. Let's look at ingredients. It's just certain things people didn't teach us. We just taught us, you bargain, they teach you go to shop. They might take them, like, I remember in school they had a shopping thing where we did it, paper, get you to like circle things to do, like teach you kind of how to shop. It was one graph, I forgot what it was, and like have some items and certain kind of get you kind of familiarize you a little bit with it. But like that's 1 year, one quarter. We had quarters, we didn't have semesters. It was 3 quarters versus the 2 semester, 18 weeks. So you have to more or less keep growing them toward that, because this is real life. Because prices change, products change. One thing was good at one time. That's how they get us. There were brands we trusted years ago. Like Nike. Nike was a brand you could trust. Nike is probably the cheapest shoe you'll get. Reasonable and the best. They're going to come out with the most shoes and the most affordable. Nobody's going to beat Nike. Nobody's going to. That's what I'm saying. You can get a $39 pair Nike. They're going to look better than $120 Adidas. Over that's just been. They're having 59. You be like, man, I can buy so. When I got rid of my Nikes, I think I had like 90 pair. Now I'm still in Boston. I took them back to the store. Them folks were like, what in the world? I said, I got to get these back. I just get them back. And I was hurt too. The one they couldn't take back, I put them in the trash can, I poured bleach on them. I said, I don't even want the garbage man to get me. Wham, I want them faded. That bastard jump out the back of that truck and I see them shoes out there, I'm going to be pissed. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take my shoe, let me get my shoes. So anyway, it's just, they got everybody comfortable, they made themselves affordable, and they drew a lot of people to them, so it made sense when they came out with the $100-some pair and the other pairs at higher prices. Everybody else, to get the best looking Adidas, something that you're going to spend a lot more money just to get something that'll at least look good. They make some stupid stuff now. But in saying that they got everybody trust, then I think somebody posted something about this, was it me or somebody posted about something they put inside of the material, in the Nike material. Who that? Oh, Minister Davis, you posted that? Tasha, where's you from? Cut the volume off and come put a check on the board. Sandy too. I saw her Sandy earlier. Sandy looking, and Sandy staying the most like, who phoned it that? Hers were earlier. Sandy and submitted 2 checks. Check a pick. You can write it up down. We'll find a spot. So check this out. So I just said that they got the trust of people and the confidence of people. Then they started inserting things inside of their products. And now we start finding out these people are effective. So that's why we got to teach our kids. Just because something has been safe, at a point in time, you have to constantly keep reviewing, constantly keep checking. You can't fall asleep with people. Because typically, like with older people, they went with what they know. That's how they keep a lot of older people still do. That's what they always use. Like years ago, Watkins products was huge. Older people, y'all don't know what Watkins product is. Watkins were huge. Watkins used to come here, they send the stuff to your house. Watkins built, they in trucking line, Watkins truck line. Anybody remember them? It was okay, y'all all getting checks. Huh? No, Watkins product was like huge. I mean, Watkins was huge. There was a major name, and it was a trusted name. Watkins, if they had Watkins product, you could trust it. Older people, especially in the country, show them what Watkins product look like, so they need to know something. It's just like insurance. Like the most trusted insurance used to be Mutual of Omaha. People like those, that was an old name. Prudential, people that get a piece of the rock, man, get a piece of the rock, something solid. So, there's a lot of names that got Colonial Penn. Y'all remember those names? Those were long, trusted names. When you go to older people, you call them names, Colonial Penn and stuff, they know those names because those were made like American General. That's like forever American General pretty much. All these companies really, they just write for them. Most of y'all don't know a lot of your insurance fall right back on American General. Am I correct? Yeah. Did y'all know that? A lot of these insurance companies write for you, they shooting into them. They just do it on another name. They basically, your insurance company, you did insurance, don't you? You know? Come on, put your name right there. Darren, you knew it, right? By American Gym. That a lot of them right up under them. I just want to make sure that check right. Your name in there, Ken? No, Cam, just make it somewhere. Put up there by Keep Line. Yeah. Don't try to overshadow it now. I know how you get it going and then start right. There you go, that bull. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. That's all right. What is that? What else? Santa got another check later on. J.R. Watkins Company founded by J.R. Watkins, 1868 in Plainville, Minnesota. Watkins, what's that? Conjugated products, which he began selling door to door. The company moved to Winona, Minnesota, 1855 and late 1800. Winona was a thriving lumber town, conveniently located on the Mississippi. Y'all didn't know about that? That's on the Mississippi. You saw they did door to door. That's how they used to tell them. That's how the people knew Watkins. That's how they did. Watkins were huge. What did they cook? Yeah, they sold everything. Yeah, ointments, everything. Them, I tell you another product was huge back in the 70s, my Ambi. Y'all remember that? I think it was AMBI. Ambi was huge. Most y'all, how many of y'all never heard of Ambi? Ambi was huge. They made product for black skin. For like you was like toning, like you had blotches, you put Ambi. Ambi was huge. You know you don't see that anymore. You know you don't see Ambi no more. So guess what? What you said? But well, let me say this. I don't know. I mean, they don't advertise it much because people, no doubt, force them out of the way. Why would I give a cream that caters to a skin color for people that I teach that don't even exist? That's just being honest. They phase out everything. Let me tell you something. Afro Sheen grease. We had hair food grease. I mean, you went down. What's the one you did? The Royal Crown. Listen, every little girl could fry chicken with her hair. Every black little girl, from probably about 4 years old to 12, you start to get your first perm, we could fry grease with you. All we had to do is set you out in Mississippi, Alabama, them heat today, lay some raw chicken on your head with the flour. Man, thing just fry, and then just somebody just get it and just turn it over. Just blow the hair off. Man, listen, them girls, your hair got straightened Saturday afternoon. By the time you done got through, it's time you to stop playing. When they call you in from playing, they get their hair fixed. Your behind ain't even do no more playing. You set your hair on that porch. You remember that then? I know about it. No, ain't no more. You're playing over 6 by 6 o'clock right now. Every time you come in, every time you get your hair done, you're playing over with you. You finna get that hot, that done comb finna be on that stove. Your hair get done in the kitchen. They're not going far with it. When that thing heat to your head in that kitchen and they talking and cooking, and these folks got your hair straightened and that thing greased over that Royal Crown, but we came up with that kind of stuff. TCB. I remember TCB. I remember that TCB too. A lot of things that went up. Stay South Road were huge with us. A lot of products that were huge to our people. Y'all know that you don't see those products. No. Walmart and Cara, they sit in a little section. Look at how wide the other sections are with newer brands and other things they introduce you to. When they show a woman of color, they're gonna show a lighter skinned woman of color. So they kind of can play it on both ends. She could kind of almost pass, and they try to approach to get her more to the lighter end. There's really a drive to get you away from a darker skin look. It's not enhanced as it was. Ambi worked on a lot of ends. I mean, the old bottle, when Ambi was out back in the 70s, it was black. They ain't had no brown. I don't think they had no brown label. It was used to be in a black bottle. Y'all remember that? Yeah, because that's it. They try to flavor it up more. They try to make it more attractive to move you away from it. But when Ambi first came, Ambi used to be in a black bottle. See in the 70s what it looked like, the product. And this ain't a lesson I get about their product. It's just more or less just showing you how things that more or less fade. No, there's a black woman, what they call a black woman. Over here to the right. No. Down, right here, see? She's somewhat darker. Look at that. See that pampering, dry, itchy skin. And see, a lot of our people don't realize with people of color, I mean, shoot, man, your skin had to be lotion. You got to, and you need the right moisturizer. You can't put like Johnson & Johnson. You put that stuff on a little baby, but it's really not made for you. I'm just being honest. A lot of stuff not made for you. And that's why we get the effects of it. We go grab that stuff, Johnson & Johnson, all that stuff. Them folk not for us. Them folk make that product for their own people. You got to look at products that more or less favor you. See, like they tell you dry, you'll go, like I said, washing your hair with some pearl. And they sell it cheap because you ain't going to pay for that real. Look, Cream of Nature. That dog, what's that that ponytail stuff? Yeah, stuff that more catered to us. That Cream of Nature was definitely rich for us. Y'all, how many of y'all don't know about Cream of Nature? Shoot, that is, man, Cream of Nature the stuff for us, especially when it comes to that Cream of Nature, that made for you and made for your, it's a product that made more towards you, they don't tell you about it. Cream of Nature do the shampoo, the conditioner, everything. They do the conditioner and shampoo together. But see that, you can't afford it, $24.99. Man, you carry your black ashy skin on somewhere and sit down. I wouldn't pay $24.99 to grease your skin up. But I'm just saying, it's just products that were made for you. See what color soap is? What color that soap? That one to the right. And that the one they'll bypass, that lighter one and that white one look better. That soap made for you. Hello? Man, black soap's on the best soap you don't get. You need to get soap that more or less favor you. That ain't being prejudiced. When these people make product for their people, this is America. So their product's gonna favor them to get them a certain look. Y'all got it, because they felt like this is their culture. You try to create your culture inside of somebody else's culture and somebody else's domain. So you gotta understand, why would they favor you? It ain't even about racism more than the fact of America. When people view America, when people say, I want to come to America, I'm a foreigner. You think I'm see your black skin come in my face? That don't even come in my vision. I picture a white, clean America. That's what I preach. I preach freedom, liberty, the American, everything that favors white. Nobody look at their place and look at your face and think of your face is coming in. They look at, they look at, oh, you know, lazy people they talk about that don't do nothing. You know, sorry people that sit around and complain, but yet you built this place. America wouldn't be the country it was if it wasn't for you. On both ends. That's on a good end and a negative end. You know what I'm saying? Already it failed because you made it your home. It's not designed for you. The products, the things they get, it's really not. A lot of stuff they do, it's not designed for you. And you got to start learning how to feed your skin, feed your health, feed your intelligence with information. A lot of information you don't really know enough about yours. You'll have some people recite something somebody black did over here. But our people have been creators, I mean, all over the globe. Freedom fighters, all over the globe. How many of y'all know that they know the biggest entrepreneurs, business owners are black women in Africa, in a Kibalon. That's in the world. They are the largest. No white women, no Asian women. Do you understand those people? The Asians outpopulate you. The quote-unquote black woman is the largest entrepreneur. If you go to Kibalon, you go to the markets. They run the markets. Listen, the market is there, and they will fight. We were sitting on there. We had a guy. We were buying something from him. This little kid. We bought a bunch. Well, we bought some stuff from the guy. A bunch of pictures on the ground. We bought him. We got him. He just standing there. He waited. We got through. When he got through, no women let him have it. They made him pay him. Listen, they made him pay. They'll fight too. When he got through and he collected that money from us, they let him know, you paying us. You're like, for what? You sold that right here in front. Listen, let him do it and took their money. Y'all saw that? They don't play. Our bus driver took off somewhere and he took too long to go. They said he didn't come back. They were like, they said, then they're like, he come back. They're like, we fighting him. I was like, they gonna do, yeah, they said, oh, he come back, we fighting him. These are older women. Listen, they're ready to throw down. However you want to do this. I'm tripping. I'm like, these mothers will fight over here, huh? I want these guys, go on and get you one of them and try it. They tell me, man, you go to them African women, see, they more humble and sin. No, they gonna fight you. They go, I want to go get them one. You can get that behind, two out the frame. They ready to fight and they hustle. The markets, listen, you see them women, they hustling. They on the street, they hustling. Listen, entrepreneurship mind, they out here, they're getting it. Y'all got it? Our women are getting it all over the world. They don't tell you that. They get y'all and they get you and they stick you up on the stigma and they just put you just with women. And there's nothing wrong with that, but you need to know as a whole that you outnumber the white woman, you outnumber any other race of women that are entrepreneurs. There's no other, that's just, listen, that's them. Think of how many entrepreneurs you have over here. And keep it on, you outnumber, that's the world now. They ain't just in the world, you outnumber all of them. Now how much variety, how much notoriety you got of that? How much social media you get of it? Man, they got banks trying to get with them now. They're trying to set up to start lending to those women in the keep line. They do that much business. Now, you got to ask yourself this. If banks trying to get with them now, how was they getting their money before? They're the largest in the world, and that's without banks. So now banks are trying to get with them to start loaning them money to increase their wealth. See, it's a plot to keep you from being innovative, from being creative, and for you advancing. You just don't know it. Because a lot of time they show you it's always negative. You can't allow, really, what news do you have? We had a black news station they got rid of. TV1, Kathy Johnson sold that one. All the news you have about you, they buy them out. They get rid of them. BET, they buy them out. BET sold out, probably early 90s. Whites bought it out. Early 2000? I thought they sold out in the 90s. Oh, it was in 2000? Well, look it up so we have the exact date. Huh? Kathy Hughes. No, she don't. She sold TV1. She been sold TV1. Look and see who owned TV1. Tyler Perry. Puff Daddy. She been sold that. She sold TV1 years ago. She been sold TV1 early 90s. I'm just curious now, TV1. Some white station bought them out years ago. So they launched in 2004. See that? That's the owner right there, Urban One. So where you got that from? She still be on there? You still getting checks? Come on, bit man. I bet the kids, come on, bit man. We can't have this stuff, man. Keisha gave you an hour. I bet her out there. I said, how long? She said, I bet you now he gonna put a check. She said, oh no, I know he gonna get a check. I said, time frame. She said, an hour. I said, we'll see. She was the founder chairperson. Oh, Urban One. That's what it is. Don't worry about it. I don't want you to think I hate you either for that.
Major entertainment network, they the only one that don't have an app.
Yeah. That's all important. Checks don't, you know what I'm saying? As long as inside you feel good about yourself. Midget, okay. We'll move on. That's not important. We're here for the word anyway. How many of y'all trying to be saved? That's all we worry. At the end of the day, that's all we worried about. Nothing else matters. Isn't that right? But anyway, we do need to make a push for the advancement of our people, not through these organizations, because it's important for our kids to have something to look at and know something about themselves. We really don't. I don't think these kids know about themselves is Michael Jordan, who none of them were living or conceived when he was playing. LeBrick James. That's just being honest, that's all they know. And what's the other boy with all these guns in the video? That's John Morant. I just learned who he was. And this the guy said that he could cook Jordan. I don't know what's wrong with these people. People are sick, man. I don't know what folks just sick. Just keep the man's name out your mouth. Get somebody you can really be. You know what I'm saying? Like Big Mike. That's too easy. You know right? You know right? That's what. How you feel about that man got you on one of his remarks saying "be you" is too easy? What happened? That's what I'm talking about. He want to remake. Oh, Dwight, think about it. Dwight like, he'll beat me now. Yeah, both of them got that little heavy out there on that court, isn't it? But anyway, though, that is true. We need to start looking at how to change the dynamics with our kids. And that's not separating ourselves from America. It's just the fact we're trying to make sure that we can stay competitive in America. That's what you got to remember. You got to teach your kids. Your kids are competing in America. Your kids are not American. They're victims of America, okay? So it's important to teach them the reason why you push them, and their summers got to be different. I know we grew up, our summer were playing, but let's just be honest. How much did you really get out of school? School can be real valuable if you know how to use the tool. If you don't know how to use the tool, you'll wind up later when you get out realizing all the things that you learn here, you struggle with a lot of things. You could have got that basic. You could have got that basic in school. And because we don't know, and we pushing to put them everywhere else other than making sure you get this. Let me ask y'all something. How many of y'all played sports? How many of y'all had Asian kids on your team? One. What was the sport? Football? Baseball. The average of y'all never played with them. You know why? They don't waste their time with it. They waste their time on making sure they can compete in business. Y'all see that? You don't see them, and you don't see them having a high rate of kids killing themselves. They're fools because they get the sport, and then they don't make it. Then the first thing they want to do is kill themselves. Because you don't put the dreams on them. I'm $1 million boy. Now you're $1 million boy, and can't get $200 a week working at one of these fast food, working 8 hours, and they want to kill themselves. That's just being honest. They push their kids to learn how to do business. They put their kids in position where they're doing global. And most of y'all that went to school with these Asian kids, how many of y'all still know these Asian kids? How many kids you know that working at fast food restaurant? He right here. How many of y'all know down here struggling somewhere at Burlington? You see them at Burlington and they're moving, racking clothes? It's a job, so please don't think. But you see the difference of how they push and promote their kids, the Indian kids. Y'all see what I'm saying? You see the Indian kids, you go to school with them, how many of y'all play with Indian kids on your team? But these kids come on here and they're a major competitor. When they come on here, their parents set them up to compete. They're constantly pushing them to be innovative. These kids go out corporate. They sit in corporate America, so these kids doing business. I mean, they set their kids, these people make their money and go back and retire early. Like these kids that work software companies or something they working for, sold some designing apps. You see what I'm saying? All your kids doing is downloading apps. So I'm just being honest with you. If we're going to secure our future, then you got to look at the seed. The only way you're going to secure your future is with your seed. You can only go so far. So it's important to establish your seed to be able to, when I stop and I get to where I can't go, I need my seed to keep going and be innovative and be able to still secure us and get them with a mindset on trying to secure the next generation. See, white people, just like when people sitting out, y'all know why they fighting about the debt ceiling? Because they fighting about the future. These are old white people that are arguing about the debt ceiling. You know why? None of those guys arguing will ever pay that debt. Nope. It's going to fall to kids 20, 30, 50 years from now. Right. And they know in order to secure their position as a leader globally that they need to be able to get that debt down. Right. When some old people going to suffer, they're going to cut Social Security in order to secure their future. See, a lot of times they teach you how to fight and argue about things. You don't really know issues. You really have no idea why certain things are done. They just taught you, oh, them crackers done read the thing. Because a lot of stuff, people don't really, they don't educate us about stuff. Why you will try to slow things down? Do y'all not, let me tell you what happened. Don't y'all remember just last year, we had an influx of houses being sold, record numbers. Yeah. Don't y'all know these houses were flying off the market? Yeah. They will run out of products. So you had to raise it to slow it down. You can't produce faster than people buying. The brain of the nigga is so small, and he been told so many he didn't realize, you had to slow it down. Goods were flying out quicker than we can remanufacture them. So you have to raise it in order to slow it down. You don't have enough to meet demand. The first thing they teach y'all, them crackers messed us up again. People buying houses, he want to sell a house for $250, I offer him $280. Then you'll pay him $300. These people making so much money flying out, so the money, all this extra is giving him money to go buy out more stuff. I got to slow it down. Now it makes sense to y'all why you get it. But see, white people just like to hear you talk. They don't tell you that, do they? They don't have them talks with General Elevator. Why? They just like to leave you stupid and just leave you just talking and running your mouth because they know you don't know what you're talking about. They know you don't know. They just leave you alone, just let you keep talking. See, it's a whole scheme out here. If we don't educate these kids about the future and how things work, it's got to go like that. You can't allow people to be up for so long. What you going to do? Look, where your workers at? Y'all see, didn't y'all see, these stores sitting here with sign clothes, right? You pull up, drive there, you're like, clothes? How we ain't got no workers. Yeah. Guess what? Goods going up so high, who can afford to stay home now? You see why, guess what happened? When you complain about these places weren't open. Hey, you went by Taco Bell, they had a sign in there in the daytime talking about no workers, we closed. Y'all know all these stores open now? And they ain't closing early. Guess what they come from? You got to raise the cost of goods. I got to get you out there $600, $700 a month rent. And now the average rent is $1,500, which is double what you were paying. So guess what you got to do now? Got to go to work. See, when goods were cheaper and goods were out here and people had monies in their hand, people like, man, I ain't going to work, man. I'm my own boss. What you do? Nothing. Just collect money. And guess what? They saw the end of this. manufactured. It's parts you can't get now. It's still new cars they got sitting here. They don't even have they don't even have the full product. They'll build a car and they ain't got the badges to go on it. So now they're like, I can't put this out. It's not a complete product. And you know why? No workers. Costs too much money to influence the economy, and now people ain't got no reason to work. So when I raise the cost of goods, now guess what people got to do? Go to work. See, you just got lesson one-on-one. But when you listen to your friends who dummies, who don't do no business, don't know nothing about what's going on, just run their mouth, they have no idea why stuff happens. And now you can go out here when you want to. You can go to the restaurant and they open to the time they're supposed to. That's how you do when I go to Fogo. They bring me my car. I used to get them nights. I said, hold on for a minute. I said, listen, why am I getting them all that money? This is my car. Did you go put gas and wash it? I got them $3. I said, listen, you know why I gave this? You come to work tomorrow, and you ain't going to leave early. Not all me. I ain't finna give you no enough money. You talking about, I quit, I'm leaving. You going to be here until your shift over, and you'll be back here tomorrow. And you have a great day. On Sunday for my wife, she be like, you going on? I said, what you doing? Nothing, I'm coming. I said, nigga, come on, you finna go with me. You ain't leaving no more money? No, these folks ain't strippers. Get you no money. What is that? Exactly what did you do? Right, no, you ain't never did it before. Exactly. And they don't know I have done it. But listen, nobody finna get you rich for no one plate you brought to no table. That's right. You better get and get them, fill them folk glad. Hurry up, run. Pay that kind of money. What are y'all doing? Talking want $200 a day in tip. No, I don't get it. If it was up to me, everybody kid, y'all be able to go to all these little basketball games, y'all be able to go to them things with like $10. I'm paying all that hard stuff you play, $500 out my pocket right now. That's the best you can get. Yeah. What you did, you ain't even work. Right. I said, let's do the hours. How many hours you work? 2 hours. You done. Look at me. So you got $250 an hour. How many folks make $250 an hour? They ain't nothing. So you need to get back to playing. I'm going to go back to staying. I go back to staying. Get back to playing. Next, man, we done played more than one game we were playing. And man, folks getting way too much, man. Folks can't afford to go nowhere. All them folks in them stands, I know good well them people can't afford it. That's ridiculous. What Miami, they said them folks paying in the Miami game? Something like $18,000 for them tickets? This ain't even the championship. This was the last one, $18,000 for them seats? This ain't even the championship. No, see, stuff like that shit ain't happen. You take the fun out of the game. All you did is make people get crooked because there's too much money. Whenever that much money on the game and on the table, you're going to have fraud. There's too much money in the game. There's no way you can just let the game play out. Let me tell you something. Y'all actually think Vegas is just opening up and they just letting this stuff go and they just open to people control and some player control. I got to have refs and I got to have players on that field, on that court. Don't ever think they don't. They've always done it. Referees have always thrown game. What's wrong? He blind. What's wrong with don't be stupid? Vegas. Vegas made them calls. Boxing the same way. Man, did anybody see that last? I'm gonna move on. That last fight they saw. I told them about the last fight that we watched, that they watched. I try to watch, people the same color. I'm not interested. I see us do that every day. I'm not interested in watching two black guys fight. I'm just not interested. But we're having that side watch the fight, and that boy lost. He lost bad too. He lost bad. But I knew they wouldn't get up that belt. See, it's business. See, the thing that people don't realize, they tell me how many people pissed, ain't gonna watch boxing because they didn't take the belt from him. I can't pull 4 belts from a black man to get another to a white man or anybody else, and it's not gonna come up as racist, especially when he didn't get knocked out. See, when you're gonna take belts, you gotta let a nigga on the mat. Listen, I can't pull 4 belts and this not come back, and y'all ain't gonna holler at racist. Because you're going to say, he ain't even knock him out. He didn't even go down. How he lose? They did it for the white boy. So business is this thing right here. You couldn't knock him out. That's how you lost. When you come to fight a champion, you better have your plans on knocking him out. Because if you come here and play the game, we just going to box and run around the ring and see who get the most shots, you're going to lose that one. Nobody, listen, you ain't uncrowning nobody to a match that can really be argumentative. Y'all got what I'm saying? It's business. I know people tell me, it's business. You can't strip 4 belts from a man, he didn't even get knocked down. I know what you said. Man, he killing. I'm with you. But when you fight a champion, you better be. When Dawood fought Goliath, what he did, it was mad. It could have went either way. He killed that nigga. The man told he was a champion. Why would he think I'm getting here to box you around with some rocks? No. He said, big boy, I know what I got to do to you. Get this. Ain't no way. These folks don't realize. You got to understand how these people work. If America were fair, you know what the king is a slave. So get that out of your mind first. If you don't understand, a lot of time, people spend a lot of time fighting against the system because they don't understand the system. The system is corrupt for a reason. They need to have control. You can't leave things to people. If things were left in the hands of people, how y'all think white people are ruling their play that long? They are outnumbered. Explain to me how we don't have an Asian president. How we ain't had a Spanish president, all these people here. They can't leave it to that. The place is called America. And it's going to always be America. And that's the purpose of Donald Trump and why white people like Donald Trump. Everybody don't agree with his ideology in his mouth, but they agree with the idea of whites need to be back in control. Whites don't never need to let the reins go because none of the other races here are smart enough to run it. And you bought into it because you hadn't learned nothing yet. And you don't know how to create nothing. And you still let them be dominant over you. So you agree with it too. Look at it. Okay, where y'all niggas at fighting it? Where you protesters? You done lost your Black Panther Party. Everybody that you did knew, say the NAACP, when that time y'all seen them lazy niggas? Them folks don't even exist. They'll come out, they'll go fight a homosexual issue before they fight one for you. They'll tell you, man, we for everybody. And you're like, are you serious? All your organizations were started by white people. That's how much of a brain you got. You don't have a black organization you start. When you do, they shutting it down. They all sponsored, they all set up, they all illustrated and orchestrated by white people. And those white people put people in no position that are passive, who still sell the ideology of America. People that came to you and tried to tell you different than America, Marcus Garvey, how long he lasted? What did they do with him? Put him in prison. They could have put him in prison. They don't need him talking niggas in jail about no going to Africa. That part of how Malcolm X daddy got killed. Got no been telling no slave nigga about no Africa for Africans. What are you talking about? That's how the system works. The people they give you, the people they let run for you, are people that are not going to teach you and coach you, get you to think. It takes everybody in order for their world to spin and go. Everybody. We need white people. Don't say you don't. You do need them. We need everybody. Everybody need everybody. The problem is you bought into the psychosis that white people are the most valuable. And to say that is to devalue yourself. So I could never believe that because I would have to devalue myself to say white people are the most important. To say white people are the most superior, I would have to dumb myself down. And these are things I just cannot do. Y'all got it? It goes against my sense of logic. It goes against my intelligence. But white people are needed, as well as every other race. And every race gives something to the culture or to humanity. You got to understand that. We got to stop fearing and fighting each other. I think everybody needs to always keep bucking and fighting to try to show you superiority because that gives us more innovative. That makes us more innovative. That's how we get more creative. So we need each one of us to keep competing so everybody got something to bring to the table. We don't need to get said, well, everybody didn't know. Nobody else do nothing. Everybody just sat down. No, we don't need to do that. We need to keep advancing, but for us, we need to make sure we keep our spirituality in line. Balance is important. And a lot of times, we can put too much at one thing and not enough at another, so you have to have a constant battle of a balance of things. You got it? Possessing things, having things, or people in conversation, behavior, there has to be a balance. And what happens with our people, we don't have it. We got too much party. All we want to do is party, drink, and smoke. The broken people do the biggest party. The broken nigga, the most flashy people you ever seen. And it kills us because we don't have a balance. You know what I'm saying? Yahuwah gave us all things richly to enjoy. But that's based upon a behavior. That's based upon a commitment. And that's something we don't actually want to do. We just want to party, drink, and then after the party's over, then what? That's why we fight. We don't have an outlet. White people can party without all the fight. We ain't talking about the lower level, the poor ones now, because they do what we do. But a lot of them, they can go and party, do stuff, and them people can go on and keep going, because you know what? It don't affect nothing that they're doing. and they still got things going. You go, this all you got is the party. The party over, you done. Our kids come to the party just to shoot. We went to the party to dance. We went to the party. We went to meet women. Girl, they go to the party, shoot it up. What they say about your psychosis? This is the only thing. They just got up. I just saw in Lawrenceville. He went to a party, went, shot the people, shot the kids. Then he went to another party. This just came that these kids here. Well, I don't know how they got in. Somebody apparently it was in a house for sale. So these bastards done broke. I guess I don't know if they broke in the house or what they done. Yes, I said bastards if they broke in it. You be offended, bastards. Had no business breaking in nothing. If that's what they did, they'd be a bastard in my book. But they in a party house, some house for sale. They had a party, I'm assuming, and then got themselves into. So I guess this kid just came. He just decided to start shooting kids. None of them. I think he shot 6. Anybody know anything about this? I don't know. That's why I work, because our kids don't have an outlet. Our kids don't have information. Our kids haven't been coached on how to deal with each other. They don't. Listen, you have to teach kids how to interact. Come on, they little kid, you got a problem, stop, play together. You teach them. You don't snatch, take, stop it. Bow. What you doing? You don't snatch, take. You got to put a discipline down. Because now you go on the street, I'm going to snatch, take. What you going to do? I'm going to snatch, take your wife. Let me go out and shoot. See what I'm saying? Now he going to be the bad guy. Because he going to shoot at me because I took his watch. See, the world gone so bad. Why he got to shoot me? Why am I taking his watch? Right. If I take his watch, he'll like, what else I'll take from him? So I put him in a position of defense. You got to teach your kids how to play, how to share, how to interact, not just with each other. It starts at the home. You got to know how to do that with other people. People, different races, different cultures. You won't make it. I'm going to get all my kids. Let me tell you something. Keep your kid in an all-black world. Your kid is going to die. There's nothing to be offered from an all-black world because we don't know enough. We don't know how to interact. We don't know how to grow. We know how to spend our money with everybody else. We don't know how to take our money. Y'all can't do it. I done been over there. Put your money together how you build. They said, well, I done took losses. To win, you're going to have losses too. At least you're doing something to doing nothing. Take your money, put it in your pocket, keep pulling out. What you doing? Because you're spending, and you don't know how to put it back. You got to teach your kids the same thing. That's how you get innovative and teach your kids. You got to teach them. Y'all, listen. One got a dime, one got a quarter, one got a nickel, one got a dollar. Teach them how to put their money together and they can buy more. We used to do something. You put your money together, you can buy more. But teacher, you get them started on smaller things. Say, see, putting y'all money together, y'all was able to get something you like. Teach them on a small scale. Then teach them how to put their money together. Now, the product you like, y'all learning to put, let's keep putting our money together and keep buying something we like. So let's do something different this time. How about we start, y'all put your money together and buy the company that sells the product you like. You got to start them somewhere. All they taught us, they gave up money, spend it. Put it up. When you put it up, where did it get interest? And then it just said you keep spending until it's gone. Now I got to do something else to get money again. You just taught them how to go to work. Work to get money, to spend money, and keep working to spend money. Versus get money and learn how to put your money where you can start spending money where money make you money and you can still do what you want. See that? Everything I just told y'all is all practical. I know it works. I ain't had to read it in the book either. See, the stuff they teach you, they give you, they teach you how to be a worker. Other races around you, innovative. Listen, the Hispanic people, the Mexicans that they call them, Mexican, whatever they want to call it, the title, whatever they call themselves. I ain't saying it in so. I know Mexico. I don't think Mexico is Mexico. I don't know if it's Mexican. I don't know. Would it be Mexican? Mexican. Mexican. See, Mexicano. Mexicanos. Yeah. But see, I want to know because I want to insult. So I wasn't saying it to be funny. But see, they don't what was that? Oh, there were some Mexicans. So for a person that's a Mexicano, he's naturally thinking I'm insulting him. So they kind of give us enough. See, the whites, they give you the verbiage. I already know what the right connotation is. But they give you, say, leave you in ignorance. So it's going to be hard for the kid. First of all, you don't even know what I am. Oh, yeah, you're a Mexican. Wow. Just like you're a nigga. And it's like, little wetback called me nigga. Talking about you called me a Mexican. I'm not a Mexican. You see what I'm saying? Now he sets back. He got to break us up. Now. You guys shouldn't be fighting. Now, he's the liberator. He's the savior. Jesus came and put us back together. When I only call him a Mexican because that's what you told me. I would have never called that man a Mexican or her a Mexican if you would have told me that's not the right notation. But that's how they defeat us every time. That's how it be. We learn the slang to everything. We don't learn where things root from to give us the power. White people know roots about it. They'll tell you, you know what, such, you be saying something. Huh? Where that come from? They hide the information. They'll teach it back to the people they took it from. Y'all know that? That is, they the teacher. People got to come see them because they like, I got everybody information. I know what everybody information tucked away. Guess who ain't got their information? You ain't. So I get to write my story, and you go to school, and it's got to be taught. And if you don't know it, you fail. You fail if you don't learn my story. You don't fail if you don't learn your story. You fail if you don't learn my story. I'm going to tell you what happened with everybody I fought. They can tell you something. They lying. It's in the book, so you know it's the truth. See, they taught you a certain discipline and gave it back to you, and guess what? You stuck. And you don't know how to think outside of it. That's why when we look at the book, I had to question things. When I look at how many lies you told and how much stuff you fabricated, how can I just run through this stuff and here it is and I'm good? That's what we've been doing the whole time we've been here. We got a lot of great philosophers. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of people that are very astute in knowledge. But you know what? They're discipline trapped. They trap them not to think outside of what they learned. They taught them if it's in a book and it's labeled and it's on a shelf, facts. That's facts. I don't believe it. I believe you can write a lie like you can tell one. That's right. But they're not taught like that. If I got a $80,000 debt for my college tuition, I'm not finna disbelieve this stuff. I got too much money on the table. I spent too many years in school for this. It's got to be right. Other people in there with me. My professor taught it to me. Your professor a liar. Listen, listen, a lot of the teachers that educate the kids, they don't really understand a lot of stuff they're doing. A lot of them don't. They just teaching. They just more or less just father versus questioning some of the things themselves and realizing it doesn't make sense. It's going to be a hit. Y'all know that y'all said a lot of stuff. Do they teach y'all the question? You can bring it back to the board and talk. You say, listen, this concept really doesn't make sense. If I could do it like this, you can do that. You can go talk to them about that and they'll change it and make it where you can give it, because this is how we want to give it to them. This is how we keep, listen, most of these kids in school are sitting around struggling. It's so much fear and pressure on these kids. Now, we was in school, we could have fun and be kids. You can't have no fun and be no kid. Too much pressure. A milestone. Every year, if I did the work, what I'm testing for? The state sent this in. Oh my goodness, the state done sent in some stuff. What the world the state in here for? I've been doing the curriculum, hadn't I? Had I been passing? What is all the extra test? The state got to see where you at. Can't they look at them grade, that progress report you've been sending? That's right. They put so much pressure on the kid, then they give them the test right at the end of the school year where you can't get a makeup. You know how much pressure that is? Think about for a senior. You looking at if you a kid and you are like right under average and you got to take a test and it come back a week before graduation and your parent done sent out all them invitations, you know, I'm finna run away from home, man. My friend, he had a friend in high school that, oh, boy, that dad was pissed. His dad is NFL players. You know he was going to do it big, too. Well, that boy set up that, man. That boy waited the day he graduated. Everybody was coming in and told the dad he ain't graduate. Get out. Y'all laughing. That boy ain't never been back home. No. His dad didn't play that stuff. Let dad put that joke out. Man, look at folk coming. I got folk coming in here, and you tell me now. They had another friend. He didn't graduate. He had his own graduation in the parking lot overside. Wore his cap, listen, got his cap and gown, stayed over in another parking lot over there and just did his own graduation. No. So he heard the other kid yell and holler. He knew they had done it. And he had done it too, had his own graduation. Man, it's a lot of pressure on these kids now. So if we don't learn how to break that and keep it to where we can teach them and how to navigate that, you don't have to have that pressure. Just like it's pressure on you to make it from day to day, from week to week. So pressure on the parent, pressure on the kid, then you got to sit down and hear religion. And now it's another pressure on you got to try to come up to a level in order for you to be saved, to be accepted. Your whole life pressure. White people live a life of comfort. They live a life of luxury, you know what I'm saying, of relaxing. Things going to work out for them. It don't matter if they get a Democrat, Republican, going to work out for them. If it's a Democrat, he's still going to have to appease the Republican to some end. He's going to have to give concession to them. None to you, nigga. They're the only people winning. Even I'm still going to win. Because they're going to have to still come back to see me. Listen, it's rare you'll ever see the House, the Senate, and the President all be united. Typically, which makes no sense. Which makes no sense. If I got a Republican president, which means he got more electoral vote, more states lean toward him, why wouldn't the Congress and the Senate lean toward him? They always keep themselves because they want to always keep a little instability to where no one man keeps a control that he can just make it become autocracy, where you got one person ruling everything. The nigga ain't got a brain in his head. He does not consider this to realize they rig it for them to make sure no one man will ever get supreme power over them. That was the purpose when they left England to come here to set up this government. Because when you have a king, you're stuck. You stuck with him, you stuck with his son, you stuck with his son's son, you stuck with that son, and you never get it. The monarchy rules. They didn't want that. That's why they can't establish government. Why they say they didn't want it, it's impossible with the way they set it up that anybody from that person's family should ever be in that office. Explain me how these people related. All they did was undercode it. There's no way in the way that George Bush Sr., George Bush Jr. should have been related to Thomas Jefferson, should have been related to Gerald Ford, should have been related to George Washington, should have been related to Queen Elizabeth. No way possible. That show you white people just put stuff in your face. You're not that smart. You ain't supposed to think. You keep thinking this turnover is different, it's new. It's not new. These people run the same game. These people don't hate people like they think. They don't hate each other like that. They got to do it for you. No more than Randy Savage hated Hulk Hogan. That's right. That's right. I hate you so bad. Me and you park over here. Hey, I move on. You all right? How you doing? All right? Yeah, go. Okay, good. Yeah, go ahead. You MFer! I'll stop you. How we go here and change in the same dressing room, park in the same parking lot? And they got to break us up. Security got to pull us off each other. And you say, don't kill him, don't kill him. Don't worry, that's for you, nigga. All that was for you, nigga. At some point, you got to get conscious. See, even in television, they show you some reality. It's all fake. It's all fake, and they just put in your face because they know you're not going to question, you're not going to research. You trust them. The news used to be trusted. Walter Cronkite put a lot of niggas to bed at night, white people. Hey, I mean, at night, the TV went off at 11 o'clock. You know, I think about this. I said, that's amazing. Listen, at 12, look, he said, good night. He tell us a new, and Walter Cronkite tell you good night. When he tell you good night, doo, if your TV's still on, that's all you gonna hear. It's over. He just put you to sleep. You cut the TV off. Then they came out with the Late Late Show. Johnny Carson came, the Late Late Show. They started keeping on. Then you got 12 o'clock. They kept pushing the envelope. They're on the 1 o'clock. They just been building and looking at, listen, we got to keep capturing these people. We don't need these people asleep. We need these people conscious, and they don't realize they think they're conscious. They're really unconscious because we're going to keep giving them all their information. They're not going to question it. They're not going to research it. They're going to believe what they see. They gave you enough TV to make sure you do it. Hello? Think about it. Actors you see on TV, you believe they really could do it. You've been watching them every day. You thought James and what you call it were married, didn't you? You've been watching them every day on TV. You thought that Fred and Lamont lived in the junkyard. Cause you've been watching, you watched it every day, every week. Why would you not think that didn't happen? That's your reality. You set your schedule for it. You watch it. You live by it. They live in color. You thought Homie the Clown worked for Ringling Bonnie Bay the Circus. They gave you all your realities. Martin, they gave you these things that crippled you, that hurt you later. You didn't realize at the time because it was entertaining. At whose expense? See that? At your expense. And how well did you, how many people Martin inspired them, he inspired them to go, leaps and bounds, to grow, to get their own, how many of y'all he inspired y'all to do that? He made you laugh. Both of his friends were idiots. His girlfriend was smarter than him. His neighbor was a lesbian. And he had a midget with snot running out his nose come over his house. Look at everything that happened around here. And you could, and as other than that, he would climb through his window. Now, you know what's funny about that? The honeymooners used to do that. Yeah. Norton did that. See that? They took it from Norton. And guess what? Guess what though? You remember watching that? You remember the honeymoon? When did you ever think there was some dumb crackers? Some dumb white boy there. This is a piss poor show him. The average of us then, we looked at it was TV. See, when white people do stuff, it's TV. It never took nothing away from it. Listen, it didn't deplete them from being white. It didn't deplete them from being the rulers of America. It didn't destroy the banking system. It didn't destroy the education system from white people. When you do stuff, why does it hurt you so bad? I'll move on. Y'all don't need to talk about this. We'll move on. I'm just telling you, this reality is what it is. I just want better for us. Stop. It ain't even about hating nobody. It's just about hating the fact that, wow, why did I let you control everything about me? How I dress, how I look, our hairstyle. He made us run away from our hair culture. Everything he run you away from. This man would give more honor to Cinco de Mayo than he would to Black History Month. As long as you've been here, you will see more white people. Who celebrate? How many white people y'all seen celebrate Black History Month? Juneteenth. Businesses. Do y'all not know when Cinco de Mayo comes, you gonna know about it? Yep. St. Patrick's Day. Yep. Do y'all not know that Irish people were never looked at as white? They were always considered black. Yes. Ain't that amazing? They were never looked at. Just like a lot of people with Masonic Masonry. The only reason you got in was because of the Irish. That's the only way they could get in. The Irish had to accept them. Irish people hate niggas now. If anybody said, oh, Irish people don't care nothing about no black folk, they would never consider white. Whites look down on Irish people. See that? They'll never tell you, but see that? They had an infight among them. Did they teach you that in school? No. Why would I teach you that? How would you look at me if I ruled over you, I beat you, I controlled you, I sold your kid, your wife, and I don't get along with other white people? That will make a difference how you look at me. Because your psychology is white folks all get up. Me and Rod get in fight, I said, man, y'all stop it, man. Y'all crackers don't be out here fighting. Crackers get along. We don't say that? Yep. You don't see white folks out here fighting because Ukraine and Russia ain't white. Serbia and Kosovo ain't white. See, you what they call real ignorant. Because they only show you enough. See, when other people fight, Keebler have been fighting for hundreds of years by the hands of Caucasians. And it has affected what? They strive to keep it out of the news and keep it out of your hearing and your doing. And they show you it does not affect you. And it does, especially when you have a place with the most richest resources. But when Ukraine and Russia fight, the whole world is affected. We got nuclear bombs about to be released. We hitting oil tankers and hitting oil pipelines and all this stuff going on, ammunition blowing up, toxins in the air. When white people fight, it's bad for everybody. But when you fight, they learn how to let it know it does not affect us. 300,000 people were killed in Rwanda. World never blinked. The economy was thriving. Clinton was in office. You were getting $500 signing bonuses when gas was under $1. You know how big $500 is? Start the day, get the bonus today, $1,000 after so many weeks. We were booming, and 300,000 people of color died from the Rwanda at the hands of white people who instigated it, who started the hatred, who assassinated the president of the Hutu and blamed it on the Tutsis. That's how they do us, every time. And again, it ain't about hating white people. You got to hate yourself for the fact that you need to be better educated. You got to watch people that sit down and just keep shoving you books in your face and giving you stuff to read without first expressing me, what's the purpose of this whole thing? You know what Yahuwah didn't do? Brought Mushah up there and just hand him the book. First of all, who are you? What you want? What you want? Somebody come open your door, you open your door and just let me in your house. Who is it? So you gave me your name. What you want? What you want? Y'all know how we talk. What you want? Hey, open opening my door because you knocked. That man went up here and that man just started handing him no book. What you want? Who are you? He want to investigate what? He let him know one. Who? I'm out here. I came down to visit my people. What happened? They've been afflicted. And I came to deliver them. And let them know what you want to do. So you need to have a part. I don't know about just handing me no book and sending me off nowhere. What you want? I didn't know what I'm getting myself. You ain't been caught up in enough stuff that you don't need to ask questions. And why this air not on? What are we doing here? Are we trying to make a little toasted bun? Y'all folks, y'all know it's summertime. Y'all know to bring your coat. I know it's summer, bring a coat, don't they? I was sitting there trying to figure, they got the heat on this? Got the money. Woo. I'm going to put some butter and let them toast the nigga or something. At least give me some butter. Ain't that right? You going to toast the nigga? Give me some butter. But over watching, please don't let the word nigga throw you so bad. That is not a derogatory word, only if you let it be one. You see, I don't teach them enough to know the word is not a derogatory word. Isn't that right? It's a word that roots back from a Kibalon. Isn't that right? It's emperor. White people couldn't enunciate. So they called you nigga. They know how to say negus, which means there's an emperor. They know that the word was used and they took it away. A Kibalon people brag on not using the word nigga. They don't even realize that they took it away from you. Because listen, it was their word, and this is what you call the emperor. And they took it from him and told him it's derogatory. You don't want to call that. Black people call them people that. That's what slaves are. See, white people take your own vocabulary and change it and give it back to show them the goose so they can see it for themselves. They be thinking, that's something I can't get. He be using that nigga word. It ain't how it hurt you. Especially when you ain't black. It's quote unquote black. How's it hurting you? Who had do someone I hear? Nothing else bother them though. Just that word got them messed up, can't think. See, they taught you to hate me. Look at niggas. Let's see. Look at it, niggas. I don't know what was the English. Let's see. We'll look at it. Look, what that wiki, whoever they had, what they had up there. What that was you had up there? The definition. I saw it. Then you have some. Okay. Oh, now look at him. Now it's a hot drink or port. Pour niggas. A hot drink of port, sugar, lemon, spicing. 18th century, named after colonial French niggas. There they go, died 1732, who created niggas. That's what they'll do. They'll tell you anything. Niggas, look at niggas. Look at that. Hey, what? Or the. What's up, niggas? See, white people couldn't enunciate. So they trained you that when you said nigga, that you were calling us something insulting. The word they're not the only people that used it. They used it in Mizraim. It was used all over a Kibalon. But they got them trained, don't use it because they try to say, well, you know how to enunciate. We took nigga from them. We didn't create nigga ourselves, it was niggas, but he couldn't enunciate, so he called you, get over here, nigga. Hey, you try to say, what did you get, ask him, so where did you get the word nigga from? Since it came up in 1732, they brought you as slave in the 1600s. How were you using before 1732? Because the first slave ship left in the 1600s. And we were using before we ever seen a white face. So you can't see, this is how you get messed up. You'll argue with me because of white man history. What is he going to tell me? He owns Google. He's going to give me his facts. He's going to tell me it's a hot drink. Because I'll start questioning him and look at how many other words did he give me that were not negative, but he made them negative just to keep out of your vocabulary. That's why he watch you. You'll walk and say, what's up, man? Man, I'm going to do. What's up, man? Man, nigga ain't doing nothing. I just told him Emperor ain't doing nothing. Just chilling. And me saying doing nothing mean I wasn't idly stand still, mean ain't nothing happening toward nothing bad toward me or whatever. But we need to get ourselves to think and start to communicate more positive. Y'all got it, because when we say we ain't doing that, it's literal for us. I ain't doing nothing. Nigga ain't doing nothing. How's an emperor not doing nothing? You need to be ruling. So the conversation you change. If I ain't doing nothing, you need to say, nigga, you need to be ruling. You see that? Change the perspective. Don't they tell you words have meaning, words have power? I just told a man I'm an emperor. We just greet each other as emperor, ruler, supreme ruler, and I just told a man I ain't doing that. How's a supreme ruler not doing nothing? Nigga ain't doing nothing. Only he'd be saying that if it's Shabbat. You know that right? Then he'd be saying, Shabbat Shalom. Ain't that right? Shabbat shalom should go with that. That's the only reason I need to be saying I ain't doing nothing. Otherwise, if I'm a supreme ruler, I need to be doing something. And our women need to know that they're empress. See, that changes how we look at each other. Because we look at each other, the black women or the women, hoe, I'm pumped, sissy. So how much positive vibe we're going to get? Look at that. See that? Origin. Niggles. Niggles. So what's that? Niggas always doing something. You can see how they got the word now? Look at it. Niggles. So it sounds like niggas. Look at it. Every time around, niggas always in somebody's business. So that's seen as a negative thing because they gave you the connotation. I told you, he just didn't know how to enunciate. He would love to crown me as a dummy. He wants to know how and why I can use these words and it don't affect and it don't take nothing away from me. Because regardless of what word people use, you have to know inner self. No more than they words affected Yahushua from being a supreme ruler. That's right. Now, he was called Beelzebub, which was a demon from another tribe of people. Right. But did that stop him from ruling? You can't let people stop you with their words. See, you let every time one call B. Oh, he called me a B. Oh, I must die now as a whole. Are you serious? Are you serious? His opinion. That's right. That's called your opinion. That's right. And you open to have one. Yep. You got a booty hole, you can have an opinion. That's right. Ain't that right? Yes, I just can't let you put it on me. That's your opinion or your booty hole. That's right. That's all. I'll tell you, welcome to have one. Yep. End of the day, how you gonna let somebody define you when you know who you are? Come on. You're a white man. Why would you be arguing me? You know what you are? I'm saying if that use that hypothetical, use it if that was an insult. Why would you waste your time arguing with me about it when you know what you are? Right. It's evident. Oh, I gotta kill me a nigga now, show him I ain't white. Are you serious? See, when you can define yourself and understand yourself and learn how to learn to take things that motivate you, you take the power away from these people. Yes, sir. I'm trying to help you out. Listen. So, see, this stuff here, they don't have time to teach their church. See, God don't go along with this. How I know? Because God got you in the mess you in now. When you can get educated, you see, and now you looking when people say things, now it's about getting our people and educating them how to use the right verbiage. Y'all got to understand the origin of it. Now, if we're gonna greet each other, we ain't learning now that nigga ain't nigga, low down, disgusting, dirty person, but it's supreme ruler, and as supreme ruler, we should know how to deal with each other. That should be a mutual respect. Two supreme ruler come across that should be a mutual respect. Shouldn't it? So now, why is we look at them? Punk nigga. Sissy nigga. Why is that? Because they're not a mutual respect. I don't see positivity, I don't know positivity by myself, and he'll never get it from me either. So we got to change that. That's all. You got to teach all this. Age of time don't just teach, you got to teach it. If we don't impute something different, we'll continue to be on the path of destroying ourselves. Our women have to demand more out of our men. Sweetie, you got to get more than just a pickle. I'm telling you, you ain't going to believe it. All of them ain't a big deal. I'm trying to tell you now. I'm trying to tell you. So don't go get yourself all hung up over that. It's other commendable qualities that you need to seek, you need to look for. There's qualities you need that a man demonstrate that he gives that you're trying to seek. More than just the sexual lay. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you get hurt later. I'm telling you why a lot of women get hurt. They got somebody, but do they really have somebody? Because you still hurt him. Y'all got it? Just like when Yahushua came in our life, that was symbolism like a woman getting a man. He was coming to build Nakum. We was in a terrible situation at the time. We were oppressed. We were being beaten. We had been jilted. We had lost kids. So he came down and let us know, I know your sorrow. See, a man got to learn. Let me tell you, our men don't know how to engage our women because they don't know how to deal with their own hurts. We don't know how to deal with our own pain. It's going to be hard because in order to really deal with a woman and deal with what she needs, you got to deal with yourself. We don't want to deal with that. Because I made myself into Superman, invincible, impregnable. I'm not vulnerable, and you are. And that's why you tell yourself all those lies. See, if you can't deal with yourself, you can't help her. A woman needs help when she got a man. That's being honest. A woman need help when she get a man. Know that. You don't take advantage of the situation. You understand the situation. And you know what to provide and what she needs. That's it. No, when Yahuwah came, why he come and say, I've come down to give them a hammer. We need no hammer. We need to get out of captivity. Are you serious? These folks are going to give them more work. He let them know, I seen your tears. I know your sorrow. I come down to deliver you. That's how you got to look at a man. That man, listen, you just go to call them, like, what would they call them? They knight in shining armor. That's how a man be said. They call my knight in shining armor. Cause they moved you away from how Yahuwah looked, and they gave you a white parallel with white people. Knight in shining armor. We ain't want no junk like that. Call ourselves no knight. They just gave us somebody said, that's what they need to call it, though, isn't that right? All this stuff, they said, take your coat and throw it over a mud puddle she walk across. First of all, I'm saying, look stupid. If you ain't smart enough to walk around that mud puddle, I ain't got time to throw it. This just, you too stupid. All that dry ground and you chose a mud puddle. So if anything, I can't be with you. You'll walk right on a hole. See, get the other folks. They think that stuff's so cute. I be thinking. Like Cinderella. Am I really interested in a woman that left a club and left her shoe? Her walking like this here, and she didn't realize she left her shoe, and she went all the way home, and I got to go get it for her. I'm not interested. You're not smart enough. See, y'all love her so much. It's the principle. I'm looking at the brain. You walking in potholes, you leave your shoe. All I see is a problem. I said, I come out, you brought my Prince Johnson. No, Hope, you need to keep cleaning them floors. You too stupid to keep two shoes on. I just want you to know about it. Peace out. Isn't that right? But anyway, so I just want y'all to kind of look at that a little bit, okay? So let that kind of sink and marinate in your mind so you don't look at it as a negative way. We just got to take it and turn it back to get our people to have a positive aspect about it. You know what I'm saying? Give them a positive concept about it. And this need to be the motivator when our sons, our children, our young boys, our young girls, that we push them now with that drive of realizing you are a supreme ruler. A supreme is it, top. There's no reason for you to be a failure. A supreme ruler cannot be a failure. A supreme ruler cannot be a dunce. It can't happen. So see, when you start pushing them, motivating them toward, see, white people motivate theirs based off of grandfathers and great-grandfathers and great certain history, was a general, colonel. You look at your history, you're negoose. Come on. Yes, sir. You're a supreme ruler. That's why they work to attack you and tell you. I know it's hard to accept what I'm telling you. You know why? Look at your condition. You're struggling. You're struggling, and you're struggling because of the information he gave you. You're struggling because of the imagery he gave you. When the news come on, it's going to show you involved in shootings. He can show a shooting of a little white kid that go shoot a school, kill 30 people or injure 15, and still that does not hurt the white race. Tell me when y'all seen that. Have y'all ever seen a mass shooting with white people, whether white kids or white adults? Anybody? Yeah. And when y'all come up and you heard a group, a movement, a Hispanic, blacks, whatever you want to call it, saying, let's get white people out of here. That's what I'm saying. It don't make sense. You know why? It's not logical to blame every white person for what one white person did. How do we blame all of you for what 1 or 2 or 5 people so-called of color do something? Because they control the imagery. They control the outcome. They impute the information. So that always puts you as being demonized. That's why you can't afford to let these people control this and teach you about you. You need to know about you from your own history. From your own mouth. You need to be the educators. Regardless of what they've been taught in school, you need to sit down and you need to go over it. You got to go over it. It's too dangerous. Listen, these schools are never institutions. The poison minds of our kids. Okay. How much of your history they get in school? How much history they let you teach about people of color? How much history? You teach science, right? How much can you equate to people of color with science? What you take? How much can you equate that to people of color and math coming, and math date back for it is Miss Raheem. You can date math back and get up and teach that and teach that subject matter, showing the way it originated and they were using it in math. How could they go look? These buildings are perfectly designed. How could there be no math? How could there be no science behind it? You can't. You got to institutionally teach it. There's no roots. Anytime, even Yahushua told you when a man sows seed, if some father have no root, what happened to it? It's going to die out. Why you think you're dying? You don't have no roots. You don't actually see where you connect to these things. See, the way he gave it to you, everything a problem, word problem. Everything is a problem. It's a problem. Because the way he gave it to you, once you learn it, he changed how I operate. This new math, because too many of you were catching on. You catch on, you'll still get it, and he'll come up with another concept. Even the teacher tell you it don't make sense. This don't make sense. It's an easier way. We want them to do it the hard way. You know why? That means too many of you catch it. Anytime they change and make it harder, too many of you done caught on to it. Yep. All right, I got to move from this. Y'all going to think, oh, he hate white people, your mama. I don't hate white people. I don't hate nobody. I ain't got the time. Y'all, that's energy. Let me tell you, start looking at where you put your energy at, what's productive. Me hating white people going to give me what? What I'm going to get? A check. Let's be honest. See, you'll waste time on stuff. I tell you, if people want me to hate them, I don't have that energy and time. Listen, I'm much too busy, okay? I can't give you that energy and time. You have the focal energy toward this stuff, okay? I don't have that. I'm too busy doing something. People that got time to sit and hate, it's because they have nothing and they're doing nothing, okay? People that have things and doing something, you don't have that kind of time. You can lean to it for a second, you realize, I'm much too busy. So you got to leave that to people that ain't got nothing to do in their life. Y'all got it? Don't let people get that from you. That's too much draw. If I hate you, I got to sleep hating you. I got to eat hating Cam. And that's going to hurt you, how now? Because he could care less. He don't even know nothing about it. So your energy is wasted. Don't give people that. That's retarded. Do something that's effective where it gains you something. You're gaining, you're losing energy. Listen, when you hate, it's things your body has to do. It's things your body had to conform to. It's acids and other things that build up. Most of y'all don't know how to do it. Ulcer. People don't, see, I'm finna get myself sick for you. It ain't like you just hate and it takes something from, it depletes you. Even Yahushua look at when people sick, woman sick, touched her. She ain't touch a lot, just, what did he say?
Virtue left.
See, it took something from me. Why you letting people touch you? Why you letting people get that close to you? See, that one, everybody would touch you. See, some people, somebody touched me. He said, I can feel it. Somebody pulled something from me. Why would you let somebody do that? Don't let people get that close to you.
That's right.
Much too busy.
That's right.
Much too busy. Let's move on. Beth HaMashiach, I tell you this so you stop lying. One person busted me, they caught me hard. I appreciate it. He told me. He said he was watching me. He said, I figured. He said, I want to confess. I'm finna walk in there. I said, what you undone? He said, yeah, dog. He said, I decided to watch you. He said, I love you. I talking about no cue cards, nothing wrong with hand. You know what I'm saying? Just Bible chapter verse. He said, I'm watching. He said, yeah. He said, you come out your pocket. I got to have a hand with him. He said, you have your handkerchief. He said, you open it. He said, you like you wipe yourself. He said, you look at your stuff and put it back in there. I looked, I said, that's a good one. I didn't even think about that one. He said, yeah, you'll put it out and see, you'll wipe yourself, you look at it. I said, that's where you're getting it. So for those of y'all that can't see my handkerchief with the stuff on it, go to this Beth HaMashiach. This is the program we're using today. Now, will we continue to use this? I don't know. But we go as far as he allows us to go to. He said, let's transition and move to something else. But with this, we're going to Romans 15:4, and I only use this for base foundation, the base foundation. Y'all always remember that. You need a principle why you do. Don't go with people just doing something. Have a reason, have a rationale to it. I need a foundation. I'm a builder by trade. I have to have a foundation before I can build. Building without a foundation is detrimental, meaning it's all going to come down. So if I got a foundation, when I'm teaching, I got something when I'm constructing, I got something I can stand on. You need some, like they said, supporting documents. That makes sense? Sometimes you want to get a loan, you say, well, I made $400,000 a year. You ain't going to believe it. They said, that's good enough for me. They need some supporting documents. You might give them your paycheck. They said, bring me your taxes too. I need to see you filed it. Because you could have put these numbers down, but you wrote it all off, and you actually only made $10,000. Mm-hmm. So I need some more supporting documents. So that's why when we leave here, we'll go through it as he see fit and as we go. We'll go through because we'll go through. We want all the supporting document so we can securely believe what it is we believe. We don't need to go back and reestablish something that we got to tear down again. So now we're trying to make sure as we go, we're getting supporting documents. Y'all got it? So we got something that we can secure our amanah, our stability. Y'all got it? That's what we do. We build. You're going to set up where the structure can stand. Y'all got it? Okay. Romans 15:4. Listen.
For whatever Nikatab before.
Whatever was written before.
Nikatab to Lamadas.
It was written to teach us, to show us, to instruct us.
So that through endurance.
Going through without quitting.
And through the Nakum of the Ketubim, we might have Tikva.
Let's see. Let's look at something. We didn't finish the 9th chapter last night, but probably work backwards now. Won't come to mind. Let's see how it goes. How about that? We'll use Romans. Let's see 8. Romans 8. We have so much work we got to do. I'll be honest, we got a lot of work. I tell y'all like my teacher used to tell me, several of them, Miss Smith, I wouldn't have a problem with you playing in my class if you weren't behind. So if any of y'all want to play in my class, make sure you ain't behind. You know how insulting that used to be? That means you'll let me cut up at him if you was ahead. And you know what that taught me too? Well, if you was ahead, you wouldn't have time to play. You know what I'm saying? It would be interesting to them to see me be able to do that, to be ahead and play. So I wouldn't have a problem. But let's just be honest, we're too far behind, aren't we? Yes, sir. So let's make sure we get ourselves on task. This is Romans 8:1. Listen.
There is then now no condemnation for those in which they are in the Mashiach, Yahushua.
That's tight. That's tight. Now, based on what he just started out reading, can somebody raise their hand and tell me what you concluded or what you pick up? Oh, got Dwight back down. You thinking before you answer? You got your answer? What you pick up? Exactly. See, these are things that we typically didn't clean. We just wake up and see what gives us. We see these chapter ends. This chapter stuff didn't exist. These were all books. Okay, so there wasn't no breaks in them where you had a book. You go back, you go to the 8th chapter, and it's different from the 7th chapter. All these one book. This all one book written. Y'all got it? And how they get it with chapter and verses. So you thinking you got something, you come up with some conclusion. Just do chapter by chapter. But you need to know when you go into this end, he's coming to tell me that now there's no condemnation. And of course, to us, that would be liberty. Wouldn't it? Yes, sir. That would mean expunged. Right? That means whatever we had against us before isn't working against us again. Working against us. Now, what kind of people would I be talking to? Somebody who were dealing with what? How the Torah legislated and kept you in debt. Let me tell you something. Learning to be debt-free is something you can learn to do naturally too. You learn that there are certain debts you coexist with. There are debts you try to avoid. Okay? In life. You work just like how many of y'all had a lot of debt and you learn how to chop your debt down and cut it off? Because the goal was to get debt-free. So typically what you would do, let me compile everybody I owe. How much I owe. Let me do this. Let me attack the smaller one so I can get this one out the way. I'll give minimum here on these. I'll attack to get this one off. Then I'll move to the second one because now I no longer have to focus on that. That's done. Put that card away. I'm going to work on getting this one out of the way so I can get it down. Then I'll work to see I have enough down, but I still have enough creditors, debt. I can go and get a card, one card, that will cover every one of these debts. Now I'll compile all these to one. And I'll work to chop one card down versus divide my money up trying to work on all these cards. That makes sense? Because the goal is I need to understand that principle first naturally before I try to attack this. Because he just told me I'm debt free. Now, that's a good thing. And guess what? How many of y'all have gotten yourself down other than things you had to pay for to live exist, have gotten yourself to debt free before? What's the key that I just asked? So what did that conclude? See, that's why we need to learn natural before you try to run the spiritual, Ruagni. Because now you had a plan and you executed a plan, but for some reason you left the plan. And not only when you're going back into debt, you've increased your debt load. Now, we have writings for this. Let's see, 11th chapter, said in the book of Yucatan, is it 11:23? You can, let me see, 10, 11. Might be Oriel. They call it Luke. Oriel 11:22 comes to mind. Let's see. Oriel Luke. All right. How you feel, Dave? Did she get your patch? Did it help? Yeah, I might wonder what these are. These are patches. These patches help for balance. I felt myself kind of unbalanced today, so these patches actually come in and kind of balance you out. Oh, yeah. She forgot one. Yeah, one more. A tight. This one, it should be one on this side, too. So I'm missing a teeny bit of balance. These patches actually work, too. They help out. How many of y'all done tried them before? How many of y'all seen them work? Believe it work? Yeah, they actually work. Help balance you out. Sometimes you be surprised your body, it's just different things can kill your body off, regardless of how you eat and what you do. And sometimes you be surprised how certain things come in and balance your body back out. A lot of things you do can throw out your body cycles like this. There's certain things can get it doing like this right here. Certain things you might eat might just trigger. Certain things might throw your body, you don't know why, and you'll run to medication. And there's certain things that's designed to actually help you to balance and kind of put things back in perspective, just like the word does. See, a lot of people just say, I just do the word. That don't make sense if it's just the word, because the word also told you that he gave them food for medicine. Which means there's a biological part of man that has to be healed, and there's a ruachnic part of man that has to be healed. Y'all got it? So you have to learn what goes to balance your body. Like a lot of things that people wear to do, it can throw you off. I had like my panther necklace. I had checked it. I can't wear it anymore. It throws me off. It throws my body. Although it's onyx, like I told a lot of y'all about stuff, y'all just keep grabbing, throwing stuff on. It really don't do what you're thinking. Because depending on what you got and how your body operates, it might actually add too much. Then people say, you take it, it's good for you. But first of all, let's find out where you at. It can be good for you, but you might already be, you might have too much, or you might be depleted too much to where it ain't enough. You might need more of. So not knowing where you at and adding things to it don't actually help you. Hello? That is, just like burdock root. How many of y'all know about burdock root? Burdock root probably got the most minerals of anything. She hit my mama. I'm gone. You just slapped my mama. So y'all good with that? Where y'all mama at? Where y'all mama at? What's wrong with y'all? Mom, you got your pistol. What you do when your mama gets slapped? All right, let's see. This is 11:22 of the book of Oriel. Listen what he told you. Listen.
But when someone...
Let's go up because of where it started. But means rather. I need to know what he said to get to the point he said rather. Does that make sense? I want y'all to think like that. Stop letting people give you half of a conversation. Well, because but means rather. If you can't say but unless you said something was stated before, right? So why am I picking up something at but? Doesn't that make sense?
Yes, sir.
I want to incite you guys to be thinkers, to question, to make sure you understand. Not that somebody else understand. You need to understand for yourself. You got it. When somebody give you certain things, what happened? I remember this lady, she was like a mother Karen. She's dead now. And she was telling about her dad and when her dad, she said her dad would always do. My mama knew her and her dad. She said, come on, Sam. Yeah, Sam, we're talking about you. And they would say, come on, let's talk, come on. Let's talk up here with us. I'm trying to do so. Come on, big man. But we can talk while we're going up here too. So she's like, said. Yeah, I know, that's two chicks. So she said, said something, and he was saying, said. And then they had said. She said, Dad said, and what you said? So I said, what you talking about? He said, so what you said? He said, so what did you say? I said, what you mean what I said? He said, because there's no way they said all that to you and you ain't say nothing. And I was a teenager at the time she told me that, but she would always tell me about, they'll recite stuff back. But it made sense, because they know what, Rashida, and I'm talking about, I'm saying all this stuff, Lanita. So what did I say? The reason she started had a conversation, it was totally about writing down Rashida. I had to have some input part on this. You got what I'm saying? Unless I said, Lanita said this thing, and that went that far as it went, because I shut it down. So you start looking at, you have to start being a thinker when people tell you stuff versus, oh, I'm finna go kick Lanita behind. There's a lot of conversation that you had with her that she was telling you about me. And nothing, you said nothing? Because at some point, a person got to have a comfort level to just keep going. But we don't typically think like that. I'm just focused on, I need to fight Lanita. Or rather, she needs to fight Lanita. All right, this is 11:21. Listen.
When a mighty Ish guards his court and his weapon is upon
before you go
him.
there. Go up a little bit. Am I having that down too far? 11:21. 20. No, come on. All right, come on. Now we'll start where I'm at. Who said that start 24? I want 26. All right, come on. I want 20. Give me 21. I just want to see what it's saying. All right, listen.
When a mighty Ish guards his court and his weapon is upon him, his possession shall have shalom.
You see that? He got something to defend. So that's important when you're dealing, and people want to think about it, but you think about our people were always a people that was in defense of. We didn't get a land without fighting to get it, and then we had to fight to keep it. That's so right. Now we're trying to possess the Malkuth Elohim, right? How are we going to get it?
Fight for
Fight to get it. And what we're going to have to do in order to
maintain and keep it.
So now he just told you that when a man guards his possession and he has a weapon, then he has shalom. He has something he can use to counter as a countermeasure. Got it? To defend. So guess what we use as our weapon today? Knowledge. Da'ath. Knowledge. Shalom saw the wisdom of a man, and he saw a man use his weapon, his knowledge, to deliver a city. He said, you know what I realized? That knowledge was stronger than weapons. He said, this one man, by his knowledge, delivered a whole city. Because they always had been taught you had to have a weapon to defend something. But then he realized a man by his knowledge delivered. Guess what you look at Yahushua? What weapon did he use to deliver?
Knowledge.
Knowledge. See that? Knowledge. That's what he tried to teach when he brought us out of Mizraim. What weapon we used to fight to get ourselves out?
Knowledge.
Guess how we got out? Through the knowledge of Elohim.
Yes, sir.
Because he told us the thing that would get us what we would be able to cohesively be able to join together with him. He gave us things that would be worked toward our benefit, and we learned how to avoid the things that were going to fall upon the other people. So the knowledge is what delivered us from Mizraim.
That's right.
We knew what to do in our first Yared. Now, right. For the people that didn't, that wasn't their first Yared. It was the regular time. We knew what to do on what days. And we knew where to put the dom at for life. Didn't we? So all these things work for us. So how did he deliver us? See that? Through knowledge. So we want to look at all these different things. Now, we deal with this, and you need to know carnally, because before you start looking at knowledge as a defense, you need to learn what was typically used for a defense. Right? Which were weapons, because they could counteract things. So when people come to you with some information, now, because you have knowledge, you can counteract that. When I have no knowledge, then I'm stuck with, yeah, you're right, I do need to go ahead and smoke crack. You're right, I do need to go ahead and commit adultery. You're right, I do need to go ahead and fornicate, because I don't have anything to combat it. So you need to have a defense. So when you have knowledge, now you can look at shalom. What would the purpose of saying, and they should all be taught of Elohim? What were they going to give you? That's right. Where you going to give your knowledge? It's going to give the da'ath, and the da'ath is going to give you that peace, this shalom. Y'all got it? That makes sense? Yes, sir. All right, come on. But you need to know this first. That we talk about debt-free. Come on.
But when someone stronger than him comes against him,
what happened?
And overpowers him,
what happened?
He shall take his weapon that he trusted in from him and divide his spoils.
See that? And then your stuff going to be split. And guess what happened? That's what happened with us. How you think people overtook us out the city of Jerusalem? Somebody stronger than us. Yahuwah planted somebody to keep them to be stronger. He knew that when he brought us out in the book of Shaphatim. Man, to go good about the second chapter, first chapter. You'll read the first chapter. You'll read when we came and we drove everybody out. Who went up first? Yehuda. Who? That's right. And you ain't gonna believe what Yahushua told you. He told you, ain't no man never sinned in the Shamayim. What tribe was he from? What tribe was he from? Yehuda. And where did he go after he had got up after 40 days he was him? You know why? Because Yehuda had to go up first. I know you wouldn't. Why would you pay attention to something like that? What would that have to do with anything? The purpose he told you no man had gone up and he went up was to declare what you already were told. Yehuda was going up first. What if no man ever did and I do it? What you gonna say? Who am I gonna be? The third man? I'm gonna be the first. What did your writing tell you? That's what you got. Say that shopping team. Say that 1 and 1. This is what I do for a living. They call it judges. Let's see what happened. Listen.
Now it came about after the moot of Yahushua that the Beni of Yasharal inquired of Yahuwah, saying, who shall go up for us against the Canaanites first to fight against them?
Y'all hear what they said? Who should do what now?
Who shall go up for us against the Canaanites first to fight against them?
Come on.
Yahuwah said, Yehuda shall go up.
That's why I know it all had to interline. Everything makes sense. You just have to pay attention. He said, Yehuda going up first. Hello? Yehuda going up first. Y'all got it? So a lot of things just, when you kind of just watch and you just kind of consider, there's a lot of things that Yahuwah bring us in that the Da'ath will settle better for us. That'll make a lot more sense, that you'll see that he did so much work that we weren't even conscious of. It didn't make, all we know he went up, right? After 40 days he went up, because that was the Torah. After 40 days, that's when a male could go into the Mashkan, which is the most sacred. Well, Shami is the most sacred place we got. That's why after he got up, he had to be here for 40 days. Because you got to remember, this was a birth again. This birth was solidifying him being the Ben Elohim. Okay. Okay. Where did Adam come from? And guess what the Kabar at? The grave is in the ground. So Adam was known as the son of Ben of Elohim because he came from the ground. Guess where Yahushua came from after he resurrected? That's why 40 days, he still kept the Torah. That's why he had to be here for 40 days. You couldn't bring a male into the Mashkan, the most sacred, until after 40 days. That's why I told you after 40 days, he'll send it up. See, he was still working. Ben Elohim still working Torah. Why would they pay attention to stuff like that? Because all you need to know, he rose, he died, and got the third day. And you going to heaven. But you won't have no understanding. That's the part you got to realize. You won't have no understanding. Let's see, drop down the same book. See about the 9. Let me see, what, 9, 10, 14. Let me see, 9. So came out my mind. All right, we'll start him. That'll be fine. That should be the south. Negev. Negev is south. Hill country and in the Negev and in the lowland. Negev should be south. Anybody know what's important about that to know? That's desert, hot. You know, amazing, that's what they look at the south here. What the south known for? Mm-hmm. Hot. South. That's why when you look at what you call the west, you call it the yum, the water, noisy. California people noisy. That's what they named the yum. It's meant to be exactly what it is. Everything he named had a reason for it. Kadim, that's first, forefront. That's right, that's in the front. That's what we're facing. I'm gonna get it face, I'm gonna need to be in the front. See, they just giving you direction. These white people know what they're doing. You just didn't know. Why you think they call this hot place south? They recognize it, dry, summer, hot. They put all this stuff together because they took it from you. You just don't know no better. You just know north, south, east, west. Look at the north, dark, confusion. Look at them folk, New York, New Jersey, all them places, Connecticut, all up there, confused. Confusion, noisy. I mean, now they just confused, dark. Just dark. It's all kind of work going on. You go there and look, they got all the works under Shemash going on in them places. Told you ain't nothing but a melting pot. All right. I'm just trying to tell you, I don't know how they do it. But people need to pay attention to why. He has a reason for everything he did. They knew exactly what it meant. All right, come on. Southern District. Come on.
Afterward, the Beni of Yehuda went down to fight against the Canaanites, Kai in the Har country, and in the Negev, and in the lowland. So Yehuda went against the Canaanites, who Kai in Hebron. Now the Shem of Hebron formerly was Kiryatharba.
Now you know what else is funny? In Hebron, the funny part is because you're in the King James Version, it says Hebron. And the reason why they tell you that because it's still an argument on how you're going to do the Kaf. I told they believe it's the double H and not the CH. So some stuff is like it's so far off. When you look, just like when they tell you his name is Ham, when you look, they say Ham when you look in there. Because they took the H there because the people that got it looking at that Kaf that you sent as a wall, they're saying that it's more of an H sound as you would call it. That makes more of a, remember they say it's a hocking. You can't hock with a C. You don't hock with a C sound. You hock with an H sound. So you can see when they do stuff, and the important reason why I'm telling y'all to do that, see, they working that much stuff around us to keep us confused. Because you say, man, that thing's so far, it's really Hebron. And they done told me Hebron. Because they told us it's the Kaf, the C sound, but they're saying it makes more of a double H. That's how they get in there. There's Hebron. You see that? Yeah, you just need to know. All I try to tell you, it's just good to know what your oppressor doing, that they working more stuff around you than what you know. This guy went back and he put the CH sound because he believing that it does do that. But there's a lot of arguments supporting it saying that makes more of a H sound. There's more of a double H type sound. You see what I'm saying? Because you're trying to say two H's at one time. Come on.
And they struck Shishai and Achiman and Talmai. Then from there he went against the inhabitants of Debir. Now the Shem of Debir formerly was Kiryat Sefer. And Caleb said, the one who attacks Kiryat Sefer and captures it, I shall give him my Bath Aksah for a...
You know what's amazing now? You said that. Now you see what a lot of, because Shaul was giving away his daughter to Daud. Y'all remember when he was going to take down Goliath, he was also offering his daughter. You know, you read a lot of them old stories, and it would be the kings in them country, they would offer their daughters up. They took it from your book, and they made it look like some fairy tale story they had from England or somewhere. There was a protocol they do. They'd give away their daughter. But y'all remember they would have them stories, they would kind of have it where the king would offer his daughter, you know what I'm saying, as a fair maiden and all this stuff they would do. They took everything from you. That's why you have to read with understanding, realize these people just take your own stuff, make stuff and get back there and make a fool out you. Come on.
I shall give him my Bath Aksah for a Ishah. Othniel, the ben of Kenaz, Caleb's younger Ak, captured it, so he gave him his Bath Aksah for a Ishah. Then it came about when she came to him that she persuaded him to ask from her Abba for a field. Then she alighted from her Chamor, and Caleb said to her, what do you want? She said to him, give me a Baraka, since you have given me the Arats of the Negev, give me also springs of Maim. So Caleb gave her the upper springs and the lower springs.
That's it. Now, this show you how dumb y'all. You get land and you don't even think about stuff like that. They look at it, in order to be productive, you get some land in the South. Why wouldn't you need water? These people are more innovative and thinkers than us. You just be happy with some good, dry, parched land. She told them, you done gave me the land in the South. Why would I naturally need water? And I mean, it don't have to mean a whole lot to you. See, what people don't realize, water, as you call it, Ma'in, is a life-giving force. It's just like when you look at rivers If you could look at a map and watch rivers, they're nothing but veins. That's how things travel through, just like through your body, veins, water. Why you think people tell you sometimes your blood clotted? What they'll tell you need? It's a life force. She relied with the land, she needed a life force. You see what I'm saying? Even when you look at when he told you about when he set up the city. Hold on, what you guys said, 22:1. Let's see what he said. Hold on for a minute, 22, 21. Kazum. See if that's 21 right quick. 21 and 1. That's what I want. Kazum, they call Revelation. All right, come on. Listen.
Verse 1?
Yes?
Yes, sir. And I saw new Shamayim and new Arats, for the first Shamayim and the first Arats had passed away,
See if that's 22.
and the
22.
Yam is no more.
Okay, go to, come on. 22 and 1, let's see. Listen.
And he showed me a Nahar of the Mayim of Kai, pure, clear as crystals.
What did he show you?
A Nahar.
A river. He saw, listen, just show him streams. Nahar is a stream that's underground or top. Because you have, that's how you get wells. Underground. Who should talk about a well of water springing up? Nahar. That's what they knew of that. Those are streams. Now, he just said he showed him a stream of what?
Of the Mayim of Kai.
How you tying life to water? How you tying life to water? Because this woman just got a baraka when she got the land. She said, also, I'm going to need some life. I need a life-giving force. Hello? He just told you. Why is he tying life to water? How old you got? 7:38. Your Ukanan, they call John. See, all these things are symbolism. She understood that. See, you just good with what you got. They looked at, I need supporting. I need something to support it so it can sustain. Y'all got it? Let's see what he told you him. 7:38. Well, let's get 7:37. Your Ukanan, they call John. Listen.
Yes, sir.
Listen.
And it came to pass on the last Yom, the great Yom of the Muad, Yahushua stood and called her out, saying,
If anybody want the south land,
if anyone thirsts, let him come to me and drink.
come on.
One who among me, as the Kitab said, from his belly shall flow Nahar of Kai Ma'im.
We back to living water.
Yes, sir.
Why she ain't good? Now we can see why she just wasn't good with the land. She needed some mind to go with it. I need a life-giving force. Just like with you. With your possession, you need a life-giving force. See, people who did this as a culture, our people, y'all got to remember, your people, original state operation, we gardeners. Adam was a gardener. He was not a carpenter. He was a gardener. He tended to the fields. And when Yahuwah gave it to him, you ain't going to believe it, he gave him 7 streams. Why would she take land and not have no water? Conducive to what? The man done built the Malku, and the man told you the first thing he went when I seen it. I seen Kai life. I seen life in the water. So now this man is telling you life is here. When you're taking on the word, how it's going to flow. Y'all got it? The continual movement of. So you look at when the word continued to come, then you can associate it with something. People understood. Rich land, you can tell land different. Look where water cut through land and look at land with no water. Let's see which one is richer. So that water gonna flow, water gonna carry minerals. It's more than just something to whet your thirst. Water got minerals in it. When it's washing, it's going down through there. You know typically what's going to be in rivers? Rocks. Those rocks will carry a lot of minerals your body needs. So when you're drinking it, everything, the purpose, you got to remember this. You come from the rocks. Anything filling you back got to come from here. Is it possible for water to flow down through rocks and none of the minerals break off from the rock? it's going to flow in the rock. So now when I'm drinking water, I'm going to begin back. I'm going to be replenishing my body. I'm putting back. That was the purpose of giving it. So you don't have that understanding. Why would you have to understand by trying to obtain what they call the spirit? The purpose of why you come here. When you thirsty, what do you have to do? So you can replenish. So you can recover. That's what you're here for. We're trying to replenish, recover. You have to see the word like you see water. You got to have it. It's life-giving. That's a life-giving force. Hello? Even with Shamshun, let's see what Shamshun said. Let's say that Shaphatim, 16 chapter, 16, 15. 15, jump me down probably about 6 right quick. See, we just moving, he tells us to go point. Hold on for a minute, hold on, stop, don't get in there, hold on. Shaphatim, 16. And about I tried to do it on my own. I said, let me just double check. You called me a hog? He's like, got him now. 15. See about 15 and 6. Let's go with her. We're going to base off of her. Okay? We're going to base off her statement. Y'all got it? What did she tell her Abba he did? What did she say her Abba did? Come on, hands, Akeem. She did what? She said, you gave me a baraka. Listen, let's see what Shamshun tell us. 16 and about 6, listen.
Then the Philistines said, who did this? And he said, and they said, Shamshun, the son-in-law of the Timnite, because he took his Ashah and gave her to his companion. So the Philistine came up.
So let me tell y'all something. Y'all want to pay attention to this, okay? That's important for you to pay attention to, okay? You need to understand Yahushua. You need to understand Yahuwah, okay? So we started on a spot, and we don't know exactly what happened. We started at 6, so back me up to 4 right quick. Matter of fact, we'll roll down from 1. Let's see what happened. Because all this stuff is a cute little story. So they'll tell it to you. This is 15 and 1. Listen.
And it came to pass after some Yamim, at the Yamim of wheat harvest, that Shamshun visited his Ashah with a kid of goats, and said, I shall go in to my Ashah in her room. But her Abba would not let him go in.
Listen why.
Her Abba said, I really thought that you hated her intensely.
Pay attention.
So I gave her to Uriah.
I thought you were so displeased with her, you didn't want her back. That's what I honestly thought. I honestly thought you didn't want her back. So I gave it to your friend. I gave it to other surrounding people. What happened?
Is not her younger Akuth more beautiful than she? Please let her be to you instead of her. Shamshun said to them, this time I shall be blameless than the Philistine when I do with them the Rosha.
When I get in the Baraka?
The Rosha.
Listen.
Shamshun went and caught 300 foxes and took torches and turned tail to tail and put one torch in the midst between 2 tails.
And what did he do?
When he had set fire to the torches, he sent them out into the standing grain of the Philistine and burnt up from the shocks and unto the standing grain along with the vineyards and groves.
He took everything standing and everything coming up down. Come on.
Then the Philistines said, who did this? And they said, Shamshun, the son-in-law of the Timnite, because he took his Ashah and gave her to his Reah.
So you need to understand what Yahuwah gonna do. See, what they thought was, they took us out of Jerusalem, and they thought that Yahuwah really hated us. That's why they gave us to somebody else. They did. What did you think there was a story about? He told you that. He got rid of her. That's why he came back and he tried to tell you in the book of Romans, he said, Elohim hadn't cast away his first love.
That's right.
See, this is what happened. Shamshun's wife had went and she had told the people the secrets, just like we've done. We done told these folks everything I heard. And so when he did it, he was so pissed that he went off from her because he had to pay his debt. So the dad-in-law looked at, I don't see him. So we'll take her and give her away to somebody else. But they didn't know he was coming back. And he came back, he gonna be pissed when he get back here. So what you think he was gonna do? He gonna destroy everything these people got when he get back here. Because they assume he cast us away. That's why he come back. You don't even understand why your writers keep telling me that he has not cast away who he first knew. The only reason you should have paid attention to that because this man didn't forget her. That's the woman he first knew. Why was he gonna let her go? Yahuwah told you in the book of Amos, you're the only one I know. Why would you think I was gonna let you go? So he assumed you're done with her, like they assume he's done with us. We're the forsaken people, all of him who he's done with, he don't want nothing to do with. They have no idea when that man come back. Why you think he gonna burn their place down? The book told you when Yahushua, he shall be called a Nazarene, which tell you what is he gonna do about his bride.
Come get her.
Because they scattered us. They thought he didn't want us anymore. He was done with us. See, you know how you've been reading it? This is a love story about a man with long hair. Because you ain't had a teacher. Come on, finish up.
So the Philistine came up and burned her and her Abba with fire. Shamshun said to them, though you do like this, yet I shall surely take revenge on you.
Pay attention.
But after that, I shall cease.
So now you know when Yahuwah going to stop, after I kill them all.
That's right.
He said, after I get my satisfaction, then I'll stop.
That's right.
Come on.
He smote them hip and thigh, a great slaughter, and he went down in Kai in the cliff of the sewer of Etam. Then the Philistine went up and camped in Yehuda and spread out in Lekah. The Anashim of Yehuda said, why have you come up against us? And they said, we have come up to bind Shamshun, to do to him as he did to us. Then the 3,000 Anashim of Yehuda went down to the cliff of the sewer of Etam and said to Shamshun,
yes,
do you not know that the Philistines are Sharim over us?
See, y'all don't believe it. My own people going to do that to me. They'll give me over in order to keep faith with these white people. I didn't come to hurt y'all. That's what they looked at. They rule over us. So we got to give you over to them. Why y'all think how we gave Yahushua over to them? Because we looked at that the Romans ruled over us. That's why we gave him to him. Now they're going to tell you the story about how we killed him. But let's just listen to what he said.
What then is this that you have done to us?
See that? They blame you for helping them. They blame me for helping them. I ain't did nothing but help these people. They blame me for helping them. Then what they gonna say? How you came up there? The man said, are you serious? Look what you done did to us. You got these folk mad with us. These folk come up against us. Wow. Come on.
And he said to them, as they did to me,
what happened?
So have I done to them.
I guarantee they ain't did nothing, nobody ain't did it to me. That's what he said. Whatever you want to blame me for, you better go look at what they did first. Go ahead.
They said to him.
Which means, what was he doing? Thank you, sir. That's Torah. Eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot, rail for rail. That's what Yahuwah going to do when he come back here. He going to execute judgment. They say everybody that pierced Yahushua in his side, get what he said they going to do? Why they going to wail?
Because of him.
They going to wail because what he did when they thrust him in his side. He wailed. So the Torah said the same thing to you. See, that's how the Torah going to be executed. I don't know why they folks ain't going to get rid of no Torah. He going to exercise it on them. It's meant for people that won't follow it. Okay, listen.
Then they said to him, we have come down to bind you, to give you into the hands of the Philistines.
That's what Yahushua knew when they came to get him. That's why he went with them. He said, if it's me you came to get, let the other ones go. He already knew what they came for. It wasn't no confusion to him. He knew why they came. It's written. That's why we read 15 and 4 Romans. Whatever written the 4th time, what was it written for?
Kilometers.
Man, he was just sitting there praying. He had no idea they were coming. He already knew they were coming for him. I already knew you coming to bind me, to take me up, to deliver me over to these people. That's why he told Cobb. He said, the Ben of East got to go up to Jerusalem, and I'm going to be delivered in the hands of the Kataim Anashim, sent for men, and they're going to put me to moot. He already knew they were going to be done. The man was called a Nazareth. How he didn't know what was going to happen? Now, you clueless because you haven't been taught. You're clueless because nobody's activated your understanding to look at these things have to happen.
That's right.
Listen, Shaul said, I would not have you ignorant, Akeem. The thing, that's right. He said, the thing that have me have fallen out rather. You ain't gonna believe it. Same thing with Yahushua. Same thing with Yosef. When they came and apologized, he didn't want them to be ignorant. That's what he was telling them. What happened to him? He said, helping out to the further one of this movement. To save much people alive. See, a lot of things come against you when you don't know. First thing you do is panic when something happens. I know, I used to be that way. Why wouldn't it? Anytime something bad coming, it's always against you. Versus, they realize it's happening to the furtherance, so it can go further. Yahushua was one man preaching. Oh my goodness. You slapped my mom and you done knocked it down. We got write her name on the board. But she put your name on the board. Just help us out. You get your name. It just made the viewers feel better. How many of y'all want to make it a Shaman feel like she need a check? That's what I'm saying. Listen, I was going to let you stay, but they already there even earning. I like that earning. I like that dirty look. Ain't that right? So now, if we don't understand it, we fail. Christianity taught us like this. Everything good, everything positive is what you want. Of course, that's natural. And you look at that working for your benefit. But you got more benefit out of negative than you did out of positive. Yahushua being stripped down, positive and negative. Yahushua being slapped, positive, negative, negative. Yahushua getting a crown of thorns on the head, positive, negative. Yahushua being nailed in his hand and his foot, positive, negative. Yahushua getting hung on the cross, getting insulted, negative, positive. Yahushua giving poison to drink for his food, negative, positive. Yahushua getting pierced in the side, negative, positive. Yahushua dying, negative, positive.
Positive.
It was negative, but it worked out for your good. See that? See, we didn't want us to be ignorant. What you're saying is true. It became positive. You got positive from negative. Look at a battery. What you put on? The two positive poles? What you put on?
Negative and positive.
And that worked out for your good. But see, we don't understand. So you think when things happen and things come in your life, you don't wait to see the end of the thing. Wait to see the end of it before you think. See, a lot of time when problems situate, I didn't like this. I'm one of the people. When stuff happens, I shoot to the moon. I look around. I be about to grab a grilled cheese, but I only have one slice of bread. You can't grill cheese with just one. You need two. Isn't that right? You just got a toast with cheese on it. So I come on back down to earth and land. I seen Jeff Bezos and I seen other people. That's another story. So I get back down here and settle back down and realize, deal with it.
That's right.
Deal with it before you think.
That's right.
And you get through dealing with it, you can see it works out. It might have still a lingering negative end, but you grow from it. It's always a learned lesson from everything else. But if you always take the negative end of, I'm going to die, I'm going to die, I'm going to die, I'm going to die, you ain't going to never grow. The average of us, because you had so much negative thing happen in your life, why wouldn't this be like the rest of it? But let's ask now, how many of y'all had negative thing happen in your life? How many of y'all had something real negative happen in your life? How many of y'all died from it and you ain't living no more? So it wasn't that bad, huh? You know when it was the baddest? When it was going on. So guess what? You got through that, huh? You'll get through this. I know, I've been there. I ain't telling y'all nothing. I ain't giving y'all, I never let that bother me. What? I'm a man, why wouldn't it bother me? Something negative, something against me, why would it not bother me? Why would it not be hurt? I'm a human. Stop letting people make a fool out of you. Oh, nothing negative. That's retarded. Just don't listen to people talk like, don't listen to them. Let them talk to themselves. You are a human being. You are going to be prone, subject to hurt, negative, pain, joy, laughter, sickness, health. You are a man. So what did he give you? Everything that's conducive to counteracting. I'm not going to remove it. He ain't going to take, I'll take sickness from among you. How? I gave you healing medicine. I gave you healing medicine because you're going to get sick. I'm going to count. See, you so busy going on, oh, Jesus, I'm sick. Oh, Jesus. So you'll see, I'm a healer. I'm hungry. I'm finna die. I'm bread when you're hungry. How you going to know I'm calm when hungry if you ain't never been hungry? How you know I'm a healer if you ain't never been sick? How you know I'm a mind regulator if your mind don't get discombobulated? Because everything we say to Christian, you recite it. You never knew it for yourself. Everything was what you heard somebody say. So now you need your own evidence. When Yahushua got up from the Kabar, from the grave, the 11, 10 of them seen him. They seen him. Not all. Thomas didn't see him. They told him about it. You ain't gonna believe what he said.
Won't believe till I see.
Till I see it. Until I feel the nail print in his hand and thrust my hand in his side. I don't believe it. Because that's y'all jumping around. That's your excitement. Y'all jumping around. Hey! What y'all jumping around for? We seen him. Y'all can't expect me to get like that. I don't have the evidence you have. So I need my own proof. He appeared back 8 days later and told him, don't be doubtless, but Amon. Said, feel the print in my hand and thrust your hand in my side. When he did, get what he said. I believe you're my done. I know who you are now. I need my own information. I need my own encounter. That's the purpose of why you need stuff to happen. How many times you read, he done did this, he did that. But that separates you because he ain't done it for you. It ain't happened in your life. You just been reading. But you needed that information. But now you need relationship. And that comes through experience. That comes through engaging. So now, I got to let you get sick. How you know he a problem solver when you had no problem? You ain't got nothing, you ain't never had to figure out nothing. He a problem solver. How you know? I just feel like it. You ever had a problem before? Nope. Nothing I couldn't figure out. Well, how you know? Because I read it one time. You can't sell me on that. He needed people that got evidence. Evidence, proof, real encounter for yourself. Nobody can take that away from you. It's certain things people can't take, and people robbed us, ripped us because they gave you your faith. They gave you your belief. You never actually sat down and understood it. You were told that's what you're supposed to do. You bow your head, our Father, which art in heaven. How much that you understood? But that was you're supposed to pray. That's the Lord's Prayer. Everything you got, people just gave you. You didn't know. He got the whole world in his hand. They taught us that. They teach y'all that you little kid. Who was he? You know, I kept picturing an old man with a hat on. One of my dad's friends. I did. I didn't know who he, didn't know how to name. He. And you know he had the itty bitty baby. I know itty bitty. I said, I don't know. How big is itty bitty? So everybody just got one of these. What is it? The itty bitty baby in his hand. So everything you just sung, I didn't understand. I didn't sing, as Shaul said, I didn't share with understanding. So a lot of things you realize you do in religion, you're just doing it. Nobody takes time to really walk you through and say, let's really examine this. Let's really understand it, because basically it's just been like a whole bunch of just stories just put together. And none of them really involve you. And you don't see where it actually works towards your favor. He's already done it. Why am I expecting him to do that again? I'm reading stuff that we look at as history. Not his story. History means something that happened way back. But if you break it out, that's his story. So that's way back then when he done it. Why am I associating that with now? They didn't teach us. They didn't teach us that what's been done before, as Solomon told her, it's going to be done again. He done did it before. He's going to do it again. Ain't nothing new under the Shamayim. He coming right back again. That's why we can reference things he did when you see him working. He did it before. That's why I want you to go back. The reason I want you to go back, I told you I declared that in the beginning. That's the thing about him. He's that far ahead of us that when I'm telling you, you're looking for it to happen now, that's going to happen way from now. It'll be a long time. Like Abraham, he told about his descendant. When he declared that? When everybody got him? I told that man way back. And before he even had a son of his own, I said, no, nobody out of your house. This is going to come from you.
Yes, sir.
Look at the cougar bean. Look at them. If you can count them, then you can count them. Look down at the sand of the yarn. They call it, if you can number them, then you can number your descendants. He said, I declared, all of us here now, all the people that came, droves of people. I told them that in the beginning. That was the end. That's the end. That I'm going to gather all these people together. I told him then. He wanted you to see. Listen, I foresee. You don't need nobody to see it right here. Cam, I'm finna touch you. He's like, man, you late. You need to see something way for I already been touched. You need somebody, listen, you need somebody to see out in front of you. You need somebody that's a preparator, somebody that's a way maker. You know what I'm saying? I already made, get them all the way to the yam. For everybody, what do? You get chased, you get to the ocean. Jump in and try to swim the whole thing. You're going to give up. Ain't nowhere to go. He said, where you stop at, this where I start at. Isn't that right? I already done cut a road through him. You just couldn't see it. It's already cut. You need to know you're not dealing with somebody, you done got some situation. Now what's going to happen? I didn't bring you here because I didn't know. I brought you here so you could see. So it changes my relationship and how I deal with him versus me panicking, shooting up here again with that one piece of bread. Won't you just stay right here and wait? Let me work. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? Just wait. Just wait. Even with EU, you know what he said he's going to do? I'm going to wait till my change comes. I gave somebody a 20 and my meal went for $5. Why am I leaving? Wait till your change comes.
That's right.
Every situation, that's how you want to treat it.
Yes, sir.
You just had a $3 meal and you gave him a $100 bill. You finna leave?
No, sir.
What you waiting on?
$97.
Come on. Come on. I got to get that check. What's wrong with him? We need an exact number. It ain't you, it's Hayward. So that's what we're looking at. We're going to wait for our change to come. Now, you can be patient and wait till somebody come back and you look at, man, I want my money. I got too much in this to just leave out and leave that much there. Then you got too much in it with him to just jump up and just leave and just quit. Wait till it comes. Wait till the man sing you the difference. And you'll see the difference. But I'm telling you, I'm human. I know. I've done it. I've been guilty of it. We human. Stop letting people make you think that you do stuff you're not human. You're the only person. Don't believe that lie. Tons of people do it. We just got to learn how to adjust ourselves. We got to learn how to understand the protocol, understand how the way works. Y'all got it? When we understand how it works, then it's not so scary for us. Y'all got it? Come on. Finish up this Shamshun. This, Shafatin, they call Judges 15:12.
Yes, sir. They said to him, we have come down to bind you to give you into the hands of the Philistines. And Shamshun said to them, Shabbat to me that you shall not fall upon me yourselves. So they said to him, saying, no, but we shall bind you fast and give you into their hands. Yet surely we shall not kill you.
And get what they said. You know the Jews are who killed Jesus. They try to teach you that we killed a man. Did that make common sense when you just read that?
No.
We were the people that first came and got him.
That's right.
If you look at when he was taken, see stuff, y'all don't pay attention, do you? We the people that first came and got him.
That's right.
We came with lanterns.
That's right.
He had to go to Caiaphas first.
That's right.
Which was the Rosh Kohan.
That's right.
Then we gave him over to them.
That's right.
See, how many of y'all just read the Roman soldier came and got him? That's how you saw it. Again, that's what they need you to know. See, everything has the parallel to this. It don't make sense. So the Philistines got him first, so we had him.
We had him.
And we gave him over. That's the same thing happened to Yahushua. When we got him, we gave him over to them. So when people tell you we killed him, don't listen to these retarded people. We had already had a discipline before this. When our uncles were getting ready and they were going to kill, they were going to moot Joseph, who they called Joseph. Yehuda had already told them. They said no. We said no, we can't kill him. So that's our art. We said we couldn't kill that man. That's how he got sold from out of there. They took him up and he was sold over to Mizraim. We never killed him. We already had a discipline. When Solomon, who they call Solomon, when he died, his son Rehoboam, when he took over, we were going to fight Yasharal. Yahuwah turned us around. Right. He said, turn around and go back. He said, you can't fight your brother. He said, this thing from me.
That's right.
We were going to kill him because we were going to restore it back. Yehuda was going to restore it back himself. But see, it was a job for Yahushua to do it. Oh, Rehoboam was going to get him. When they turned around, they say, we're leaving. They didn't have a part with us. He said, man, they killed them joker. They coming back. He stopped them. You need to stop. This come from me. So Yahushua was the one to come back, and he was going to be the mitigating factor to bring us back together.
Yes, sir.
He was going to mend the two sticks. You couldn't let Rehoboam do it. It wasn't given to him to do it.
Right.
This was in the hand of Yahushua. Come on.
And they bound him with 2 new ropes and brought him up from the sewer.
Come on.
When he came to Lechi, the Philistines shouted at meeting
How many of y'all forgot why we went on here to read this? Good. That's good. That's why you pay me. Come on.
And the Ruach of Yahuwah came upon him mightily, so that the ropes that were on his arms were as flax that is burned with fire, and his bonds dropped from his hands.
And you ain't going to believe what he ain't going to do. He's not going to stop the smoking of flax. That's a plant. That's what linen come from. See, the fact that he just told you that he broke them, why would he associate them with flax? Because he started telling you that he won't stop the smoking of flax. He gonna burn this place. Go ahead.
He found a fresh jawbone of a Camor, so he put out his hand and took it and killed 1,000 Anashim with it.
Yes.
Then Shamshun said, with the jawbone of a Camor, a heap, 2 heaps. With the jawbone of a Camor, I have killed 1,000 Anashim.
Listen.
And it came to pass, when he had finished speaking.
Now we're gonna hear. Now y'all finna hear Caleb. You finna hear his daughter. Listen.
And when it came to pass, when he had finished speaking, he threw the jawbone from his hand, and he Korah that Malchum Ramoth Lekai.
Mm-hmm.
Then he became very thirsty, and he Korah to Yahuwah and said,
What he say?
You have given this great deliverance by the hand.
He said, Abba, you done gave me this land.
You have given this great deliverance.
Abba, you gave me this land.
You have given me this great deliverance
What else?
by the hand of your Abad.
What happened?
And now I shall moot of thirst and fall into the hands of the uncircumcised.
He got the victory. What do he want with water? That's what I do for a living.
Yes, sir.
That's all she was looking at. You done gave him the victory. Remember, he gave his daughter away to whoever defeated him.
Yes, sir.
All she looked at, you done gave me that great victory. Now why should we die of thirst?
That's right.
So 738 came back to tell you. That's why he talked to everybody that was there. He that among on me, and if any each thirst,
they're coming to me.
That's right. You need this to go with your victory. I try to tell the folks that I do, they don't believe me. Hold on. This what I do. This what I do. I appreciate Mr. Yahuwah.
Yes, sir.
Because, see, a lot of things you read, you just read it, it's just a story. But it all parallel. Why would that man stand up and ask you if any each thirst let him come unto him? And start talking about he gonna cause river of Nuhar to come up. Same thing with Shamshu. He got the victory, but I'm gonna need that water. So now he started to describe Shamaim to us in the 21st chapter, in the 22nd chapter. First thing he told you about, Kai, he told you about the Kai, living water. They knew how important it was to go with the land.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Come on, let's go back on what we had. We had the 11th chapter of the book of Oriyah. 11, what was that, 23? 24, that's how we got over there. So y'all had forgot what we were reading, didn't you? No, some of them did. That's fine. That's why we're here. It'll happen. You'll get a mind bubble. It'll blow off. You'll forget what you're doing. See, sometimes what people don't realize, you have to move, and I got book here, there, a little here, a little there. People say, I want to read the whole chapter. Get your mama to do it. Listen, we try to move concise enough to where we can get it, which when we hit bullet point, we want you to understand the gist of it. So when you see things, you hear things, you become more engaged because you realize it has a lot of probability for you, a lot of happenings for you. But they taught you, and you got it to read past and just get to Jesus. Jesus, what sweeter name you know. Look at how many associations with Jesus. You can't make a great. Listen, I do them, I write them. Yahushua can't fit in no song better than Jesus. They make songs fit for Jesus. You can drag Jesus, you can say it fast. It don't matter how you say it, Jesus just fit. So it becomes easier. When you have to place Yahushua, it's some difficulties. You know why? Because you're dealing with man. That's why he had no place to be born at. It was difficult to find a place to put him. It's very hard. It was. He fit better outside. In your inner surrounding workings, ain't no room. Hello? So you have to understand that. That's how they built. That's how they constructed him outside of it. And it's coming down. So we learn how to construct with him, regardless of the difficulties. Y'all got it? Or the adversities. You learn how to build with him if you're going to coexist. Y'all got it? Okay. If you want sustainability, the only way you can build is with him. We saw people operate outside of him, and we've seen everything come tumbling down. Okay, listen.
But when someone stronger than him comes against him and overpowers him, he shall take his weapon that he trusted in from him and divide his spoil.
Come on.
Everyone who is not with me is against me. And whoever,
I wouldn't say that. I mean, I might not be directly there doing it, but I wouldn't say I'm against him. What that say? See what I'm saying? He left it. You try to say, I ain't against him. I'm kind of like in the middle. No, you against him. He put it there. I remember one time we was at the job and we were down there with Dwayne, Danny, and Tim, also Bryce. I was sitting there. I said noon Palau. I said we gonna go in the office and here we gonna Palau. So we get walking in the room. Danny was sitting there. He said, Danny, you finna do your own thing or you with us? Danny said, God. I said, he looked at, if you stay out here, he just put it like, Danny, if you don't come here with us, you doing your own thing. Like, wow. That's how it was. That's how Yahushua did it. He put it like, if you ain't with him, you doing your own thing. However you look at it, you doing your own thing. So that's how he wanted to be, because you know what? We tend to middle of the road stuff. It be players I wouldn't say I don't like them. They ain't my favorite. Yahuwah ain't but two ways. Either I like you, I hate you. Either I love you, I hate you. Ain't no in between. You either up or down. You ain't middle with me. He's either up or down. You be telling me, I'm kind of in between. Stuff they teach you to do, he said you can't do. You can't be lukewarm. He said I spew you out my mouth. They be talking about, folks be talking about, I know they teach hell wide. You don't want cold water. But the man said lukewarm. He said I spew it out of his mouth. What we say? I like room temperature. That's tight. He said, I would you hot or cold. Let me tell you something. Y'all think about this. Y'all think about this, though. We see man measure things his way. But Yahuwah told you that because typically people put some on it, I mean, just some system. You think, what the world is this? You're used to a certain, either it's one or the other. Water that run down the stream ain't lukewarm. It's cool. When Yahushua came, he told you when I came. I came in the cool toward evening. I ain't coming no middle where it was no, I came in the cool. So a lot of stuff, now you can drink it. Don't, that's what you want to do. I'm just telling you how things more or less grade out how he looked. He just said, I don't do room temperature. He said, I don't do it. He said, if it's warm, he said, lukewarm, he said, I just spew it out my mouth. It distaste. So, because, think about it, we say, which means I can go either way. You know what I'm saying? Amazing. Then it went to being homosexual. Because it was like, him, he said, no, either I do or I don't. I'm just saying how he did it. Because you don't want nobody, how you feel about me? How does I say I feel like that about you? With him, either I love you or I hate you. So ain't no middle ground. Everything he said, he like, I just put a line in the sand. That's where it's at. You either right or wrong, you either love or hate, you either child of Elohim or you the child of Satan. You know how many times y'all heard folks, you probably one, well, I ain't where I need to be, but ain't like I'm the devil child. You the devil child. Once you start out, that's a Satan, which is Satan. So because a lot of people look at, so that makes me comfortable, because it don't make me Satan, and ain't where I need to be, so I'm in a spot where, he said, no, you with him. That was Mushah put a line in the sand when they sat down, they had made the golden calf. Who is on Yahuwah's side? What is that? Like he said, Danny, you with us or you gonna do your own thing? Everybody came assemble themselves right with Mushah. One other way, if you ain't come with him, what you think it was? And what he said? Well, check to see. He said, take your sword and kill every one of them and get a baraka. Hold on. How I feel about like about Mushah. All that side stuff. I like to be middle. Kill him. That's how he looked at it. Kill him. It's only one way with him. You either or. You can't be both. And that just kind of teach people, because y'all how many times we've been so indecisive because you can't be like that. It's just something you just can't. He just taught you to be when people say, that's too direct. Wait, you got it. Wait, how many times to win? You need to have a middle ground. Yahuwah ain't got one. He says, that's all I got is up or down, hot or cold, love or hate. I got to get a check in the echo. It's all in here, the thing be gone. That thing, y'all heard that thing was just, Chris, you got to get a check for the people at home. And for the people at home. I'm saying, listen, let me tell you what I'm doing. For the sake of them that sat by. That's all them. Kerry, you get one too. You laughing mighty hard. You stay there. Man, you ought to sell burgers and fries. Man, you ought to be checkers. Come on, man, put a check up here. All that man got all them checks. You gonna laugh at that man and hit downfall? That's in that man downfall. Let him decide. Do you not want him to get a check? He laughing you in your downfall. See, that's all I'm saying. We saying the same. We saying the same thing. So that's what we need to do. That marker made a lot of noise. What was you trying to do to my marker? Why was it making so much noise? It'd be nice and quiet when I get it. I hope you want to fight with my marker. There's a lot be going on here, I apologize. Hold on. Yeah, I hope you wouldn't fight with my marker. Make sure I had it rolled down. I won't be doing stuff it ain't rolled down. You know what I'm saying? It throw you off if you missed the skit. You know what I'm saying? So I try to make sure I'm still where I'm supposed to be. But come on, we'll finish this up. Come on. 24, come on.
The impure Ruach, after it goes out from a Ish,
does what?
Wanders through dry Malkum, seeking a Malkum to rest.
Where that's at? Negev. Y'all just got to talk that. That's dry land. Negev, south. See that? See, for them, they're associated places with behaviors a lot of times. Y'all got it? It's going to go somewhere where it can take life down. It's set there where, listen, life not conducive. Come on.
But it does not finding one. Then it says, let me return to my house where I came from there. After it comes in, it shall find it swept and decorated. After it goes, it takes with it 7 other Ruach more Rosha than itself.
Yeah.
And they come and Kai there. And the end of that Ish is worse than his beginning.
See, that's what they do. They don't stop after they fight. They come back with more to take you down. You saw when they talked about it being decorated. It's wrong because now you got it. Now you can possess it. You own it. You don't want to decorate something you don't own. It's not yours. And that way, same thing we're looking at when we par his Shem. We decorate his name. You know, you decorate something. You do interior decorating. You beautify it. So there's an association. The folks just say glorified name. What that mean? Glory. What that mean? Glorified. You saying stuff. Do you know what you're saying? So when you look at certain things, it's par, it means to decorate. You decorate it. You see what I'm saying? It's a certain contour you get from when you decorate something, a certain feeling you get from something. Like if you do, when you change color scheme, you'd be surprised how colors play a part to behaviors and moods. You'd be surprised. Sometimes people don't be bothered. They'll close all the curtains, cut the light. They don't want to. They put themselves in a dark place and they dress themselves to the behavior. Because they want to stay in that same derision. So they put themselves there by the things around them and just cutting things off and don't want communication so they can just bathe more into that mindset. See, a lot of things you do it to yourself purposely. Then holler, nobody ain't come do nothing for me. Nigga, you the one cut the phone off and do all that stuff. Nobody be running behind you. A lot of folks basket cases for no reason. So you look at that, when he talked about them leaving, they look at them decorating. They know how do you feel when you want to decorate something? I want to see a change. I want to see a different appearance. It's a different feel I want from it. Y'all got it. I felt like I became stuck in what I was in. I didn't see it change. You'd be surprised sometimes decorating change or changing clothes can change appearance or change behaviors. People don't, and a lot of people don't realize why stuff happening. Look at the way you do. Look at how you do. There's no change in you. Just like with us becoming a new creature. Y'all see what I'm saying? Old things you need to get rid of. And let everything become wow. Guess what they found out when they got rid of them? Guess what happened when the Shadems came back, when the demons came back? Guess what they found out? All the old things were gone, all things become new. You see that? And they had a reason why I've gotten rid of that thing. I got rid of that behavior. I ousted. Just like we did with the people. People and how they understood a lot of this, they understood it from their own things that they done. When they took Jerusalem, the people that were there were Rosh, they were considered Shadim. And they cast them out of there. And when we cast them out, guess what we did? We decorated the place. So it favored us. And we didn't leave no signs of nobody else being there. Jerusalem, people forget, Jerusalem was not owned by us first. We took Jerusalem from some people already had from the giants. We took it from the Anakins. And at that, we took it. Because we were men of renown. You know what I'm saying? We were giant, and you look at how we conquered and how we served in our relationship with Yahuwah, because nobody was bigger than Yahuwah. Y'all guys, so we took he gave us a place that belonged to giants. Places that were fenced up. When you look at the cost, it looked like the thing in at Shamaim. Right. They didn't just wall like you have a little cute little gate like this. Somebody do the number here. No. You gotta go to Shamaim to get in here. Right. That's how when we took that, and now we took it, we possess it. Yes, sir. So when Daniel said that the Kodashim of the Most High were gonna take the Mount Cool and possess it, how far was that for us? See, get what? See, everything they imagine in their mind is stuff that's never happened. That's why it's hard to do it. You never seen it happen. You don't have any correlation of it happening. Let's just be honest. What's the probability that you actually gonna do it? Wow. See, that's what you got to look at. A lot of times, they didn't teach you how to look at the word, the debar, dabarim, words, plural, and look at it as a source for you to empower you to be able to capitalize on the ability he gave you. We never saw it that way. We just read it as a story of things that happened, and we're waiting on Jesus now. Jesus came, Jesus died, got the third day, and he gone to heaven. Not heaven, heaven. And we just wait on him to come back. So being a slave, having nothing, being stupid, ignorant, and blundering idiots, I mean, really don't have nothing to do with that because we just waiting on Jesus. That man done told, he told about a certain man that went and he got some people, and he told them to win. I'm holding that thing down. He told that to first? At dawn. That's why he put it on lock. He told occupy till I come. Lock it down. He told subdue it. So what he was thinking? So when I walk, the stuff gonna fall down. You coming down. You coming down. He told me to subdue it. Once he put it in his hand, take it down, subdue it. Make it get under you. Look at us. You don't know what to do. You supposed to be a slave till he come back here. Till Jesus come. Got a beautiful song, waiting on Jesus. But he told you, a certain man told him, he said, occupy till I come. So ask him, say, how you holding it down? Said, I run everything. So if I tell you to hold it down for me, what I want you to do? Let it take you over? Hold them weeds down. Cut them down. That's what you're supposed to do. We're supposed to be happy. But see, we don't know. They don't want you to know your ability. They don't want you to have the understanding. That's why they give you these little cheap preachers. They don't give these people tell you lie, make a fool out of you. This is about empowering people. The people that fear him, which is Yahweh him, the people that are harp him, then we do it with. He said, I gave you this. It's my pleasure to give it to you. Because I know you're going to institute the same thing that I put out, the same idea, the same ideology, going to be operated through you. And I know it because we got the same mind. We're saying the same thing. But we can't do that now. Because it's so many differences we got. We got personal hang-ups. Other stuff we got that hold us back. Man, you got to put all that stuff aside, cast it all aside. Like I said, lay it aside. Those weights, they're going to hurt you. Biggest person that hurt us, even with sin, is self. It ain't all about sin. Some people that ain't sin, self hold them down. Man, self so negative, it hold you back. It'll be like, don't want to do nothing, because then you got to put more time. They're going to get you. Then you don't have no me time. You don't have this. And, man, listen, Yahushua didn't have, how much me time he had? That man resort off for a minute, come right back, trying to get back to work. It was a constant. Every time I got to be about the Abba business. Now, look at the work he had to do. See, when nobody told you that you had a work to complete, why would you be about it? You don't know what to do. You leave it to people saying, well, do what you feel like need to be done. You'll still be sitting there. Come back and say, what happened? I told you, I don't know what need to be done. So I didn't do nothing because I didn't want to mess up nothing. Just like the man when he gave him the talent who took it and buried. You know why? He said, because I didn't want to lose it. He said, but I gave it to you. You should have got me interest. See, anything he gave you, I want you to double that. Okay. Now, these folks don't realize he going to get you for it. I gave you a billion talent. You supposed to brought me interest on it. Okay, don't worry about it. Y'all don't understand. This what hurt us. Because the people don't tell us, all you supposed to do is come sit down somewhere and just listen. And that you getting your instructions so you know what to do when you go out. You know what appearance you got to manifest to people. People got to see it different. They're going to see it through us. And we all going to get challenged through people. People going to challenge you to push us out of protocol. That's their job. It's up to us to learn how to maintain. Man taught me driving truck. I remember first started driving truck. Driving down the expressway was in the right lane. You learn it. You'll never get on it. You stay in the right lane. Car come down the ramp right here, and they get out here. He said, what you doing? I said, get out of the way. He said, what? I said, He said, maintain lane. I said, well, I said, but them folk, he said, listen, when they come out that ramp, they done already made it up with God. He said, you go jump out there, all right. He said, they done already made it up with God. He said, you jump out that lane and you hit somebody trying to help them out, now you're going to be in trouble. You can't use that time out. That's going to be on you. Maintain lane. But I was looking at, man, got out here, them just gone got their way. So no, but I jump out the way, and I'm in a tractor trailer, ain't fully visualized, do I have the ability, and I stuck myself in the way trying to help somebody, I did more damage. Maintain lane. One time, truck come, another time, truck come, I was, whoa, stupid fool, get up. I said, what you doing? I said, I want to hit. He said, man, so you going to jump out the lane and hit somebody else? He said, maintain lane. He said, that when the police come, they can see. He said, I said, what? He said, you drag, you taking, you stay. He said, you maintain your lane. Because I'm looking at somebody, it's natural instinct to do this now I'm him. Now when I kill these folk and that man keep going, I'm trying to explain to the police, said, all they're going to be good when you go to court. You get you a good attorney because you finna go to jail. But think about that situation is how people change. That quick, some calm. What you supposed to manifest? But now I just came and pushed you out. And you looked at, you didn't want to get caught up, you didn't want nothing to happen, and you're not one of them, push you somewhere else now. No, those are that natural thing we're looking at, but now you got to consider it for all of me, you, every one of us, how important it is for you to maintain lane. Because when they push you out, you're responsible for the damage you caused. And you ain't going to be able to holler what somebody else did. This is going to be on you. We got it? That's two. Please have you. Appreciate it. Appreciate y'all. Did y'all learn anything? You trying to make up a slap my mama? That's tight. Hey, boy. What you looking around for, Joker? Definitely. Appreciate Yahuwah for sparing us. Also, next week, Sunday they call be Ukak Shabua, so make sure we be here. Yeah, next Sunday. So when the Shema set next Shabbat Layla, after it ends, when the sun sets, and we know the set, it'll be going into Ukak Shabua, so we can't do any work Sunday, not till the sun sets Sunday night. So next week, Sunday, Ukak Shabua, okay? So everybody got that mark? All right? So we'll be ready for that next week. So the groups will be performing. So make sure y'all have y'all stuff together. I ain't spent that for our cool to wear white. Oh, she don't have to. Whoa. Chanel slap again. She hollered at me. No, but okay, yeah, cause they gonna have to, they gotta get on and they gotta do the funky chicken. Y'all don't come in no drag now. You can't dance now. You don't want to give it up to Yahuwah. Don't show up now. It's gonna be a Yahuwah. It's a party. Yehudi means celebrate. Y'all know what Yehudi? That's what it means, celebrating. So we come to celebrate, ain't it? Yahuwah been tubed to it. Y'all stay well and stay healed up. He said that's the hard part. Somebody cut the eye out, they want to cut your throat also. Somebody, that's the hard part. Oh. Yeah. So Yahuwah willing, yeah, he keep us around. We'll look to be him. Try to also remember Uncle Ted. Appreciate those went to see him that morning. Oh, I was so tired. We had been down there so long, I think I went to sleep about 3-something that morning. I was tired too. I was wore out. But we made sure he was good, though, and they had him back there in the back. Well, he couldn't cause no problem. Appreciate them taking care of Darren and Daniel. Appreciate them taking care of him and looking out after him. And that habit he got of eating that giant hoagie bread. No, good way I talk to him, you know, good way you ain't got no business eating no hoagie bread. I said, what you doing? Eat the hoagie bread and think that stuff? Yeah, I like that bread. I said, yeah, you got to cut that out. You can't be eating that hoagie bread. Also, Meeks, Uncle Ted sent his a hug to me. What? Get my pen here. Get that eraser, boy. I'm gonna just get the eraser. Like, where are you over here drawing? I don't know what that is. Oh, dinosaur?
Oh, I
don't know. Me either. Don't erase it. Oh, you went too high. You lost me a name. Come on that way over here, huh? Joanna, I'm gonna need you to put your name back up. He ain't accidentally erase your name. Joanna?
I don't want my name.
Oh, don't erase too many. Who else? Now, I know Joanna's name right here. Who else name that was in front of you? You remember? That was your name, Shane. Come on, we'll get him. Stay on this side right here. We don't want no people. They'll think they living too right. Their name come out that board. Oh, Shane down. He was down there with her, and hanging in there. My pastor came down there. Good and sleep. I said, my pastor down here? You retired pastor. Well, they told Uncle Ted, next time you want to get sick, man, try to do it in the daytime. Oh, we honest. We be letting them know. It be too late now, huh? Let me see your hand. You got what you got?
Math.
Some math. Hold on, let me see. Then you had that chalk. Make sure you got your hand that eraser. No, you all right. You got what? You got some money?
No.
Oh, well, don't worry about it then. We can't do that. We can't worry about no money. We can't do nothing with it. Just hold on to it. All right, let's get ready to stand. Give Mr. Yahuwah a hand clap because he's worthy. Fat man, him. Ain't you fat? Yep. All right. Oh, okay. We got Yoshi putting a new dress for Steven. Yeah.
Hey Steven, I know looks can be deceiving, but I know I saw a light in you. And as we walked, we were talking. I didn't say half the things I wanted to. Of all the girls tossing rocks at your window, I'll be the one waiting there even when it's cold. Hey Steven, boy, you might have me believing I don't always have to be.
She called it Steven. Look at her. Hey, Steve. You got to sing it now, yo. You got to sing it for him. Steven, throw some rocks at my window. Yeah. What are you talking about, boy? Go ahead.
Everybody's in there hard.
And we'll harp them too. Harp all of them. Again, keep Uncle Ted in Palal as well. He has a daughter that eulogizing next Shabbat. So definitely keep him in Palal as well. Everybody, as well as, Keisha and Carrie. Chris as well. We lost Nikki. Was that early this year? Or last year? That was last year? Man, time rolling. Remember him, it ain't never easy. You learn to make adjustments. And you learn to grow from everything that happened with you. That's right. Even with the negative, you learn to grow with it, okay? Think about it. Plants, trees, they get the storm and the floods too. Still keep growing. So in our life, guess what? We got to learn to do the same thing, right? He said, I see men as trees. Some of the trees fall over. Some get toppled. You ain't believe it. Some of them keep standing. And they look at I needed to grow. That's how you got to learn how to take things. Things happen to come in your life before you panic and quit. You needed to grow. You need it so you can grow. It got to be a balance. How you know a good time if you don't know a bad one? How you know love if you ain't never been hated? It's because of all these different things happen. How y'all think we really learned to appreciate the heart that Yahuwah had for us? Because he put us among people that hated us. We thought he hated us till we got somewhere, like we did with our parents. We thought they hated us. Till you got somewhere, you realize, I appreciate you. You love me. Same thing with him. Because we had been under his care so long, we took it for granted. We assumed he didn't. We thought he should have did more. But we got with people that did a whole lot less. And everything to our detriment and never to our growth, we appreciate it now. And we asking him, make us your own. Chastise us. Just don't leave us to be without. And don't ever cut us off and don't ever leave us again. So you need all these things to happen just so you can get a perfect balance. Okay? Look at it that way before. Whenever something come up, something happen, before you faint, before you quit, before I don't care if it costs you to go to prison. He said someone's going to be cast into prison for 10 days. But he let us know, you're going to be an overcomer. Look at Joseph. He was in prison. How'd that work out? You think he saw himself being the second highest emperor in the land from jail? Who say that damn in jail? Man, I'm going to be president when I get out of here. Man, shut your mouth. Nigga, you high. What did you tell him? Man, shut your mouth. Nigga, you a felon. He ain't going to be. That man wound up coming straight from jail. It wasn't no in 4 years of the election. That man came up, he heard the wisdom of this man. He said, who else know more than this man? Who a better candidate than him? He said, I make a motion. This man be the second highest ruler in Mizraim. And nothing in Mizraim moved without his permission. But think about it, he'd have got in jail to cut his throat. My life over with. I'm ashamed of my family. My brothers hate me. My dad and mama question me about the cartoons I'm having, the vision, the dream. And now I'm sitting in prison. I've been accused of rape. Let me kill myself. Everybody, the first thing they push us to is kill ourselves. Stop. How you don't know he gonna work it out for you? Wait to see the end before you just give it all and throw in the towel. Wait to see the end of it, okay? All right, everybody, all right, let's pull out. Kadash Abba, separated Father, we give the kabod, which is the glory, and the kabod, the honor unto your Shem, your Shamaim, your Sabut, Baraka, which is the height expansion where you dwell in your armies. Baraka, the Shem of Yahushua HaMashiach, which is given the kabod and the glory, was given the honor and the glory. Baraka, the Kai, the life, the Mut, the death, the Kum, the resurrection, the Dam, the blood, that we allow that you would, in which we ask that you bestow a benefit upon us to blot out all of our kataim and our all, which are our sins and our transgressions. I do for the understanding, thanks for granting us to understand, for the da'ath, the knowledge, for the yada, for knowing you according to the sefer, the writing, the scrolls. Baraka us and seal us with the Ruach HaKadosh, which is the spirit of separation. Baraka the Barith, which is bestow a gift of benefit upon the covenant that you Shabbat. To Abraham, Yasakak, Jacob, the Yahudim, to Yasharal, the Tuladaf, even to us and our Tuladaf, which are our generations, that you will establish us in the Amat, which is in the truth. Let your pioneer or upon us, your face, lighten. Let your pioneer, your presence, encamp us all about in hedges for protection. Baraka us, bestow a gift of benefit. We might be able to par your Shem, which is to glorify or beautify your name. Baraka, all the works and ideals that you put forth, that your debar, your word, might shar over us, which is rule. Keep us that we kata not, sin not. Baraka, your shalakim, your ra'ah, your malaki, your sent ones, your shepherds and your messengers. Baraka, the out-of-towners and those we separated from in different and foreign lands. Baraka, those we commit to you in Palau, that ask us to Palau for them and with them that support your dabarim. Baraka, those in leadership and authority, execute your will. Baraka, the married, the single, the separated, the sick, the afflicted, behind prison walls, bereaved, as we also commit unto you Carrie and Keisha and Uncle Ted, and continue to be a healer and a sustainer to him. Behind prison walls, Baraka, those that are going through the devastation effects of nature, as we consider ourselves, without you are nothing. We confess we're gone wrong, fall short of your kabod. We allow that you make us of the Kodashim, the separated one, town mean, complete, and joint heir with the Mashiach, with the anointed one. Anything we could have said or done, an action we portrayed that goes against your debar, your word, we allow you, let it be manifest to us, that we have the da'ath of it, the knowledge, that we'll be able to move away from it and never offend again. We say again, Hadu, thanks, and all the Tudah for the kasi and rekam that you have just granted us that knowledge, that da'ath, to know you, to know that nothing we could possibly do could earn this. other than your favor. It is our desire to do your will, to keep your Torah, your statutes, your mashpat, your judgment, because you have spread abroad so much of affection upon us, undeserving of ourselves, but because you are harb the Abbath, which were the fathers and their works and their keeping of that which you committed. You are harb the benim, the children, and spared us even to this hour. Recover those gone astray and taken from us, especially our young people and our individual misrecall, prick their laws to turn to you before it's a long too late. And when we've done all we can do here on this side, we palau, in which we ask for a bet in your long Mount Kuth, which is the home of your eternal empire, where we can see your pioneer, your face, and Tahalim, your Shem better, which is praise your name. In the Shem of Yahushua, HaMashiach, we palau. Let us all say, Amen. Come home! Come home! Ahabia. Where y'all at?
The Savior gave me his pencil.
Who?
The Savior gave me his pencil.
Oh, he gave you his pencil. Okay, tell him to make sure he do all his work with it. Oh, man, you tripping, man.
I'm gonna do it today.
Nah, we gonna get him back down. We gonna get you, though. We gonna get you, Joe.
Oh, he put me.
Say you're sorry. Come on, tell me sorry. Tell me sorry.
And DC tell both of them you're sorry.
No. Hold on, y'all ready? Hold on, we gotta turn in. Y'all ready? Hold on, we waiting on the other ones. Man, you tripping. All right, come on, y'all, come on, ladies. How y'all gonna do it with your coats in your hand? Come on. Asa, what's up, man? Where you been? In jail? I ain't seen you in a couple of years, since I.
Oh, because Micaiah broke his arm.
Oh, okay. Y'all ready? What you doing way back there, Jonah? All right, come on, y'all. Focus. Y'all ready? All right, let's get ready to go. 1, 2, 3. Ready? Hit it. Ra-ah-ah, the little children. Ooh. All the children of the congregation. Ooh. Red and yellow, black and white. They are precious in His sight. Ra-ha-ha, the little children of the congregation. Woo! Come home, come home. A hobby. I hate kids. Everywhere I hate them.
I pray you watch over me. I pray you cover me. My heart desire is with you. No one can do me like you do. I pray you watch over me. I pray you cover me.